When I was maiden fair and young, on the pleasant banks of Lee, no bird that in the greenwood sung was half so blithe and free. My heart their beats with flying feet, no love sang me his queen. Till down the glen rolled Sarsfield's men, having wore the jackets green. Young Donald sat on his gallant grey, like a king on a royal seat, and my heart leapt out on his regal way to worship at his feet. Oh love, had you come in those colours dressed, and would the soldiers mean, I'd have laid my head on your throbbing breast for the sake of your jacket green.
Well, no hoarded wealth did my love own, the good sword that he bore, but I loved him for himself alone and the colours that he wore. For had he come in England's red to make me England's queen, I would rove the high green hills instead for the sake of the Irish green.
When William stormed with shot and shell at the walls of Garryowen, in the breach of death my Donald fell, and he sleeps near the treaty stone. That breach the foeman never crossed, while he swung his broadsword keen. But I do not weep, my darling lost, for he fell in his jacket green. When Sarsfield sailed away I wept, as I heard the wild call. I fell then dead as a man who slept in the fields of Garryowen, while Ireland held my Donald West, no wild sea rolled between, till I would fold him to my breast on robed in his Irish green.
My soul has sobbed like the waves of woe that shattered tombstone break, for I buried me heart in his grave below, for his and for Ireland's sake. And I cry, make way for the soldier's bride, and your halls of death, sad queen, for I long to rest by my pool of sight, and wrapped in the folds of green.
And I saw the Shannon's purple tide go by the Irish town, as I stood in the breach by young Donald's side, when England's flag went down. And now it lowers when I see the sky, a blood-red curse between. I weep, but it is not to woman's sighs, nor raise her Irish green.
Oh, Ireland, says thy lonely soul, and loud beats the winter sea. But sadder and higher the wild waves roll, o'er hearts that break for thee. Yet grief shall come to our heartless foes, and the bones in the dust be seen. So Irish maids love none but those who wear the
Well, folks, how's all doing today? What's the crack? For some reason, my hold on a second, the other channel here is not playing. Let's see a wee second. Channel 2, channel 3. We'll try it again, so we will, because it was flicked on the wrong channel. Here we go. Here's the theme tune for you. Jesus.
You're listening to the Rebel Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tasha Vigeshdak, leis an fod cruelly Rebel le Rory McCarson.
Yeah, so we'll just put these back on again, folks, as it's so sunny in West Belfast today. Jesus. I was looking at the weather last night and it was saying it was just going to be cloudy all day today. But listen, we woke up this morning and it's just the sun is scorching. My ma said it's 28 degrees at her back garden here, which I doubt it very much, but she said it is. So we'll have to take her word for it. But folks, welcome along. We'll get these off. Because I'm stuck in a roasting hot room. I have to put both wee fans on, so I have to try and get me chilled a wee bit. I'm in a black, dark lit room, folks. It's absolutely boiling in here. So I want to show some appreciation to me for being here today. Because I left my house 20 minutes ago with my daughter in our brand new swimming pool in the front garden. And I just wanted to jump in it myself before I left today. But there may be a bit of time for that later on. So, folks, welcome along. This is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. Another Sunday, another week. This year's flying in, so it is 17th of July. Jesus Christ, that's mad. Right, if you're watching on Facebook, folks, please share the stream as usual for me. We'll get around as many people as possible. As you know the story I tell you. Mark Zuckerberg, basically, my page, the official Rebel podcast page on Facebook, has been not muted, but severely restricted. So I have thousands upon thousands of followers, but the way it is now, not all my followers get to see the content that I upload. So I need all you folks to share the stream for me, so we can get as many people watching. I would advise you all to go on to YouTube and basically like and basically subscribe to my page. If you're watching on YouTube, the show is live every week and it doesn't get cut off on YouTube. Usually on Facebook, like last week, we got cut off 3 times mid-show, so we did. But obviously we got restarted again each time. But if you're watching on YouTube, folks, it helps me grow the audience on YouTube. Plus, you'll be able to listen to the whole show without it being cut off. So please do that there. Just go on to YouTube. And I think Marley's posted the link up here as well. You should be able to click on it, on the wee link there on the comments. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, please like and subscribe to the channel and retweet the stream today. It'd be much appreciated. Right, we'll get a few wee shout-outs, see what we have lumped in. Also, folks, let us know where you are today and what the sun is like where you are. Feel free to send me a wee picture through if you want, and I'll upload any of you are watching the show today. Out in your garden, get busy. That's what I'm saying. Get the Bluetooth speakers on, at the back of the drink, and sit and watch the show or listen to the show. Because I know it's far too warm where we are. I don't need to be sitting in a house or somewhere today watching this here. So right up first, of course, Marty Heaney. How you doing, Marty? Our moderator today, Jim McCaff. On YouTube afternoon, folks. Hail. Great to have the hoops back on again yesterday. Yep, I did see a bit of the match yesterday. Still not convinced of this here new home kit, but that's the one we'll have now, so we'll have to just stick with it. I'm sure I will be banned for all I do say about it. Joseph McGow, watching on Facebook. Hail, comrades, how you doing? Ray Callahan, watching today from Dublin. Well, Ray, what about last week? That was a shock to the system. I did not see Kerry beating Dublin, so I didn't. But what a way to win it. What a way to win it, literally in the last minute with a point from where it was. Fair play to Kerry indeed. Good luck to Limerick today. Yes, definitely. I have a lot of friends in Limerick, so I have, of course, friends in Kilkenny as well watch the show, but obviously we'll have the Clover connection, seeing I'm sort of so close to the lads. So, yep, and plus I have sort of family down around that way as well. So, big up the Limerick today. They're playing Kilkenny in the All-Ireland final. It'll be a very, very hard match, but I suppose Limerick are aiming to do it again, one after another. So, yep, good luck to Limerick today. Maura Burns watching on YouTube today. How do you doing? Maura over there in Republic and Coatbridge. Lynn Houston today watching on Facebook. How you doing? Paul Waltzer listening in the Rebel County of Cork, listening on the Warren Beach in glorious West Cork. Happy days. Let's see. Also have James Devin McClave. What is the crack, James? Looks like you had a nice wee barbecue there last night, mate. The old tricolour showing well in your garden. Happy days. Seen it there in your photographs. Steve there over in Germany. How you doing? Hello, Rowan, everyone. Regards from Berlin. Good man yourself. Is it Ska Day? No, it definitely is not Ska Day, Marty. It will be in a few weeks, putting the feel up the PD anyway. Is Suggs presenting the show today? Listen, do you want me to play a bit of madness later on? Might just do it there. So, mate, Lane, how you doing, Lane? I hope you're feeling a bit better. Hello, everyone from sunny hot West Belfast. Seamus Farrell watching on YouTube. Gary Sharvin, how you doing, Gary? Edwin Strain. Edward, I keep saying Edwin, sorry, mate. Edward Strain watching on YouTube today from Bells Hill. Dan Seacroft and Katie listening down there in 8 Namona. Looking forward to the tunes. Happy days. Yep, there's loads of tunes to look forward to today. Plus, folks, as you know, we have our special guest today. Second time in the show. What's coming today live from Liverpool. The Scottish Irish Skilly of Liverpool. We'll have Shea Doolin on the show. So we're going to be playing 3 songs from Shea's brand new album. So we'll have Shea on the show at about 2:15. So look out for that there. Plus we'll have free tickets as well to give away today, folks, for another big event happening in August in Derry. So we're going to have 10 tickets to give away over the next few weeks for this big night in Derry. But we're talking about Derry, which leads us into our first song of the day. One of the finest singers to ever come out of Derry, of course, talking about Marty Healy, the big Mert himself. So we're going to play the song here that features on my album, Rebs for Hope. You all love Beeswing, folks. We usually play it in the show most weeks with a different sort of version. This one here, next to the Whistling Donkeys, is very, very hard to top that version, but Marty Healy definitely does this one justice. Well, what's the first tune of the day, folks, on Rebel Sundays? This is Marty Healy, folks, with the lovely ballad of the Beeswing. Here we go.
I was 19 when I came to town. They called it summer love. We were burning babies, burning flags, the hawks against the dove. I took a job at the steamy town in Caldron Street. I fell in love with a laundry girl, she was working next to me. Brown hair zigzagged around her face and a look of half surprise, like a fox caught in the headlights, the animal in her race. She said to me, oh, can't you see, I'm not the factory kind, and if you don't take me out of here, I'll lose my mind. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. A lost child, oh, she was running wild, and she said, as long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. Well, we bust around the market town for picking down in Kent, and we could take your lamps and pots and names wherever we went. We were camping down in Carrow one time, and the work was pretty good. She wouldn't wait for the harvest, and I thought we should. Then he said to her, we'll settle down and get a few acres dug, with fire burning in her hearth and babies on the run. She said, oh man, you foolish man, that surely sounds like hell. You may be lord of half the world, you'll not own me as well. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. We were drinking more in those days, and tempers reached the pitch. Like a fool, I let her run away when she took around that itch. And the last they heard, she's living rough, way back in the Derby beat. white horse in her pocket and a wolf ain't at her feet. And they say she even married once to a man named Romany Brown. Even a gypsy caravan is too much settling down. And they say your flyer is fading now, hard weather and hard booze. Maybe that's the price you pay for the change that you refuse. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing, so fine a breath of wind might blow her away. She was a lost child, she was running wild. She said, as long as there's no price in love, I'll stay. You wouldn't want me any other way. She was a rare thing, as fine as a bee's wing. I miss her more than ever words can say. Just taste some of her wildness now. If I could hold her in my arms today, I wouldn't want her any other way.
There we go. Sound of the fantastic Marty Healy, folks, with Bees Wing on Rebel Sundays. Myself, Big Row, here until 4 o'clock this afternoon. Folks, it definitely is a boiling day here in West Belfast today. So I'd say, wherever you're watching today, cheers for tuning in. We've got big numbers today, so we'll have great to see us all watching the show or listening to the show. So let us know where you are listening, if you're in the garden or whatever, and we'll give you a wee shout out. Right, so back to a few comments that we didn't get done here before we jumped off there. Let's see. Let's see. So we'll have Derek Daly today watching. Let's see. All you're short is the beret row. Oh, for the madness thing. Very good. Let's see. Right. So Jerry Cullen today listening from Bronx, NYC. Come on, Kilkenny. Good man. Another person listening in today from America. Happy days. Ronan McDonald today watching from Derry today. Good to see you all, mate. Keith Corcoran. Hello, watching on the bus from Belfast to Dublin. Are you back already? Jesus. I thought you were over with the kilt on, Keith, in Scotland yesterday. You back home and all? Steph McNally, that's it. Take the glasses off. Everything works okay. John Boy McElhenney today. Good afternoon, all. Tune in for another great show. Cheers, mate. Anthony McGill there watching today from, well, I don't know if you're in Donegal or you're in Derry today, Anthony. It's Anthony from the City of Derry Sports and Social Club. So we're going to be giving a wee shout out. Obviously, Anthony's running this here, big do here. We'll actually put the flyer up now for it while we're on. 2 seconds. Get rid of this. Comments. Yeah, folks, so this is what we're going to be giving the tickets away for today. So not right yet, but I'm going to be giving them away today for you. So here we go. Here's the flyer. Where the hell is Anthony's comment? Just take it off the screen. Where are we? Wait a minute. Where'd it go? Right. There we go. Yeah, folks, so on Sunday, the 21st of August, you can see here, so Derry City Sports Club in association with Saoirse Promotions, who, you know, I do a lot of work with, closely with. They're presenting a massive Rebel Day, folks, in the club. On the doors open at 3 o'clock, so on the day it's going to be all the way from Scotland, Glasnevin, Derry's own premier Rebel band, Kelly's Men, from Tyrone, East Tyrone. He's from Pierce Whitehouse. From Derry, Ricky Nixon, of course, a good friend of mine in the show, Barry Davey, and I'll be there as well, folks. I'll be obviously doing a few tunes in between the bands at the end of the night as well. So we'll be giving away 2 tickets for this event later on this afternoon. So all right, but before that all takes place, we'll be doing the podcast live from the club on that Sunday, folks. Here we go. So on Sunday, the 21st of August, from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. I'm going to be presenting the show live from the Derry City Sports and Social Club with 2 special guests, good friends of mine, folks, very, very good supporters of the show as well. Ronan McDonald and Barry Davey. You'll all know them very well, so they'll be both doing an hour each. We'll be talking all things Derry, folks. A bit of a Derry love on that day. So, yeah, we're going to be on the show live from the Derry City Sports and Social Club. Really looking forward to that, folks. So that there's on Sunday the 21st of August from 12 to 2, and then basically from 3 o'clock the doors open for this here massive event, folks. So make sure you're there. It's going to be a great gig. And I say we're going to have 2 tickets for this here to give away today. If you don't win the tickets are only a tenner, folks, and you can buy them on Skittle. So if you go into the Derry City Sport and Social Club or my page on Facebook, I've put the link up a few times this week, so I have to buy the tickets from. Look, just folks, look at there, a tenner a ticket for that their lineup is absolutely amazing. So really looking forward to be part of it too. So I say later on we'll be giving the tickets away, so listen up for that. So we'll jump on back to a few of the comments because a few more we missed there. Let's see, right, where are we? Yeah, that's right. There was Anthony. So Nell Hawken there, how you doing, Nell? Listen to them. Sonny Lurgan, hope you like them or CDs. Nell, let me know what you thought of them. Hope they're okay for you, mate. Mark Reed, it's dull at the moment, but roasting the 22. Where are you watching from today, mate? Derek Delaney, afternoon, no, thanks for the request last week. Heading the Potters later. Daughters home from Australia. Happy days. That'll be good crack to get her home from Australia. Brilliant. Jim McCaff, North Belfast, just down from Chickenville ground. Yes, you finally get round to my way of thinking. Chickenville. That's their true real name, so it is. Tony Duds, how you doing? Watching up there in Sleeve Do. How you doing, mate? How's it going? Oh, good man yourself. Cheers for tuning in today. Ray Callahan. We bet ourselves. We beat ourselves in the first half. Elaine's cousin is the Limerick goalie. There you go. Maura Burns, Sonny Coatbridge, Terry Craney. How you doing? Hey everyone, happy Rebel Sundays. So Mark, he's listening today in Ayrshire. Anthony Murphy, Will Rowe, Banto, listening from Scarborough. A bit overcast at the moment, but still very warm. Looking forward to the show today. Good luck, happy days. Neil Costigan, good morning from a roasting Staten Island, predicted to be in the 90s all week. Hey folks, just read that in there, the 90s. We're complaining here that it's 28 today and it's roasting. And there's Neil saying it's going to be in the 90s all week over in New York. Jesus Christ, mate. There you go. Michael Collins, hello from Dublin. Please play Sean South. We'll get that on today at some stage. Celine, how you doing? What is the crack, Celine? Are you in Belfast today? Are you sunning up there in Ballycastle? Carla McCrory, good afternoon, Rowan, everyone. Here's another great Rebel Sunday indeed. Right, so I think we've caught up. And we'll get a few more comments after this next tune. So, folks, today is the anniversary of Henry Joy. So it is. So I had planned on playing the song, right? But I actually seen this here post that Jim McVeigh, he's no Fleisch. He used to be the Sinn Féin councillor. He's still involved with the party, but he's more involved in the trade union movement. Nice way, there's a lot of work out there. So he put this up this morning on Facebook, so you can see it there. Did you know, folks, that Henry Joy McCracken was hung on the corner of High Street and Cornmarket in 1978? But there's nothing to mark the place where this great patriot was executed. Time to reclaim our retail and retell the story of these men and women. Definitely will. Obviously, Sinn Féin now are running Belfast City Council. So they are. So they do have the upper hand. So it's stuff like this here we should be pushing for. And obviously getting a plaque or something put up to remember Henry Joy McCracken. So and the likes of Henry Joy McCracken. So what we're going to do is, see there we go, I had put up a hold on a second, where's the I need to download it. I put up a screenshot to play when I'm going to play this here next song. And I did not upload it into the stream, so I'm just going to do that there now. We'll give me 2 seconds. And then we're going to play the song for it. So actually definitely a bit of a Derry loving today, folks, because we're going to play another song from another obviously great singer from Derry. So we are a guy called Tommy Quigley, and this is a tune from the Stories of the Land, the Shonaghy sessions. This is all part of the Notes from Derry, the collection. So obviously Tommy does a great version of this here, Henry Joy. So we're going to play it there now, folks. And so it's busy today. Henry Joy McCracken, United Irishman, was hanged by the British on this day in 1798. And that's what the saying is known from Henry Joy. The rich will always betray the poor. So here we go, folks. This is Rebel Sundays. And this is the great ballad of Henry Joy from Tommy Quigley on Rebel Sundays.
An Ulster man, I'm proud to be, from Antrim's glens I come. And though I've laboured by the sea, I have followed fife and drum. I've heard the martial tramp of men, I've seen them fight and die. Ah, lads, it's well I remember when I followed Henry Joy. I dragged my boat in from the shore, and I hid my sails away. I hung my nets upon a tree, and I scanned the moonlit bay. The boys were out the red coach too. I kissed my love goodbye, and in the shade of the greenwood glade I followed Henry Joy. It was for Ireland's cause we fought, for home and sire we bled. Though our numbers were few, our hearts were true, and 5-1 lay dead. And many's a lassie mourned her lad, and mother mourned her boy. For youth was strong in the daring throng that followed Henry Joy. In Belfast town they build a tree, and the red coach mustered there. I saw him come to the beat of a drum, rolled out in the barrack square. He kissed his sister, went a laugh, and waved his last goodbye. My God, he died. I turned and I cried, they've murdered Henry Joy.
Yep, folks, here we go. That is the ballad of Henry Joy from the Stories of the Land, the Shanaghy Sessions. That's all part of the great Notes from Derry collection, folks. Those 3 albums. Just one that will keep us on the screen now. So yeah, folks, for this day in 1798, Henry Joy McCracken was hanged in Belfast city centre. So he was obviously that saying will always be known. The rich will always betray the poor. Folks, this is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Again, Logie is sharing the stream today on Facebook, which is fantastic. Thank you very much. Really much appreciated. The numbers are really jumping up. So they are. Right, so we're going to go back to a few comments. There's loads coming in today, folks. Just let me know where you're watching from, what the weather is like, if you're in the garden or whatever, what country you're in. And we'll get also as well, if you want to send a wee picture in, send it through to me any of the on Twitter or YouTube, or sorry, Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, and I will get it on the screen and give you a wee mention. Right, so back to the comments. Trying to get back to the start here where we left off with. Tony Coleman. Tony, what is crack? He sent me actually a wee message on it. So he's still down in the Rebel County of Cork. He's going on a tour today, going to Kilmichael shortly to praise the memory of Tom Barry. By the way, Miles Gaffney is the best Rebel singer on the planet by a mile. Well, that's great praise, but obviously Miles, he's a phenomenal singer, phenomenal Rebel singer, and it's totally alright. Tony, he does all his own stuff, all the songs he writes on his own, you know what I mean? We've had Miles on the show twice. We had him on there at the start of the year. He's all know him, so maybe we'll get a song from Miles Gaffney on the show later on today. So we might. So I hope you're enjoying it down there in County Cork today. Tony, mate, you deserve a wee breaks, you do. Lynn Houston says, I've never heard this version before. Yeah, it's a great version. Henry Joy there. Steve, beautiful version. Joseph says, tried to share this to Real Ireland there now as part of my groups on Facebook. Admin declined. Shows you, though, probably what people see as leprechauns. Well, listen, it's not too bad, because I tried to share it on to the fans of Clover Limerick Ireland Facebook page, and just got said it was declined. So, Paul, Peter, what's the crack? What's that all about? I don't know. Hugh McKenna, who is over in Santa Ponsa at the minute, sunny Santa Ponsa, tuning in today. Good man yourself. Well, let us know what you've been up to. Have you been up to visit the new bar, Kelly's yet, mate? Terry says, hi Dale, Val, Joe, Carlan, everyone. What is the crack, Jack? Leanne Doolin, assume you're some connection to Shea, listening in from Liverpool today. Mark Reid, always amazing show. Sheila Brown, listening from Liverpool, thank you very much. Sean Cronin, hi Ro, great show, listening in Blanzy in France, blasting out to the neighbours, that's the way it goes. Happy days, good man yourself. Martin Heaney says, I'll be in Derry for that gig, whether I win the tickets or not. I'm hoping I can get a lift with a certain well-known DJ gentleman. Well, listen, I'm going to be up for the weekend, but Marty, so I'm going to be up on Saturday, because I have a gig on the Saturday night as well. So I have, let's see, Tony Dodds, wee song from Dan McCabe, could be a rain today, so it could. Joseph McGow says, Martin Heaney, Ro will put you in the back with the pallets. Enzo Schiffo, he says, nothing better than a Rebel Sunday, sunshine here in Dublin up the road. Happy days, mate. Gary Park says, home next week, Ro. Hopefully the weather stays good. Well, hopefully it does. Terry says, so can you play Dan Rebel from your CD? Yes, well, I'll go to it up next. So I wrote the one next. This is Chris Carney from his album recorded live in Potter Browns. This is great track, Dan Rebel. This is from my CD, folks. Rebs for Hope. So cheers for asking for it, Terry. It is amazes me, folks. When I'm out doing gigs and stuff, people stop me and talk about the show, and they always sort of say about the CD we released there, just about the selection of songs on it, and they say always have it on the car. It's a great CD. So cheers. Yeah, folks. Thanks very much. Right, so we go. So for who was it asked for? Terry Craney, who surprisingly didn't ask for Damien Quinn. Maybe she just knows I'm going to play some for her anyway. So here we go. This is for Terry. She was looking for a bit of Chris Carney, and this is the Dan Rebel, folks, on Rebel Sundays. And this lovely roasting day. Here we go.
So a song called The Dan Rebel, or My Only Son. It's dedicated to all the men and women of 1969. Night was dark, and the fight had ended, and the men shone down O'Connell Street. I still go where brave men perish, but some men have gone. They're God to me. My only son was shot and done, fighting for his country born, and he fought for Ireland and for Ireland only. With a heart and shamrock, green, whites and gold. The first that I met was a grey-haired father, searching for his only son. Well, I said, oh man, there's no use searching, for up to heaven your son is gone. And the old man cried, I knew my son, he was too kind-hearted, and I knew my son, he would never leave. My only son was shot and Doolin, fighting for his country home, and he fought for Ireland, and for Ireland only, with a heart and shamrock, green, white and gold. And the last that I met was a dying rebel, kneeling low. I heard him say, God bless my home in dear Corksey, and the volunteers of the IRA. My only son was shot and Doolin, fighting for his country home, and he fought for Ireland, and for Ireland only, with a heart and shamrock, green, white and gold.
That is the bold Chris Cornier, folks, recorded later in Potter Browns in Dublin from his live CD. That was for, especially for Terry. Strange to say that she asked for Chris Cornier. It's normally Terry's asking for a bit of Damien Quinn, but obviously it's early. So she says anyway. Folks, yeah, welcome along. This is Rebel Sundays on the Rebel podcast. Great day today. Some brilliant numbers today. Obviously, think because Shea is on, seems a lot of his followers are following the show today, which is great. Some people asking her to play Tony Boy Ray. Now obviously last week a few of us were saying get Tony on the show. So obviously from playing a bit of his live album last week, I spoke to him during the week or so did, and I reached out to him, and basically the thing is he doesn't really want to come on the show, nothing to do with doesn't make the show, whatever. He knows what we're doing and stuff. He's just not one for sort of doing this kind of thing. So I'll have to respect him, and I said, listen, mate, no problem. I'll keep pushing your stuff on the show, but listen, thanks for very much for getting back to me anyway. So unfortunately, we're not going to get Tony on the show as a guest, which is I would love to, because he's a great singer. Obviously he's over in Scotland as well. We'd have another great story for us. So listen, I'm so glad somebody asked me to play a song from his new album there last week, because I had it on in the lorry the other day, the whole way driving the Kilkeel and back, and it got me through. It was a great drive. Really, as I said to Tony myself, probably since the Callie's Men album they recorded in Derry, for me, it's probably the best live album I've heard since that there. For production ways, whatever and stuff, it's a really great quality, and the selection of songs on it, for being a Celtic fan as well, is great. So yeah, we'll definitely go play some more of Tony Boy Ray's new album today. So we are right. We'll jump back into a few of the comments. Let's see. Richard O'Callaghan watching today from sunny Dublin. Cheers, mate. Kay Whelan, yeah, lovely ball. Paul Alvin today is watching in Boston. Good on yourself, Boston, man. Cheers, mate. That's a bit Australian there, big Ange. Carlan, can you play Tony Boy Ray, George and Pop? Yes, so he plays that song on his live album, so we'll get that on later on for you. No problem, Carlan. There's my mother, the landlady Carson, who's watching out today out in the back garden. Her lovely back garden, I have to say, it's looking well. Hugh says, yeah, here in sunny Santa Ponsa Row, I'm sure it is sunny, mate. It says probably well above the 20s over the Hurstville is. See, Lanky 67, how you doing? Hope you're all enjoying the lovely weather. I'm in the housebound with the Rona, has caught me, the bastard. Well, mate, hope you're not too bad with it. I did have it there last year, and I was bad with it, but I have to say, you knew, so I documented it the whole time. You was probably sick of listening to me, but You know the crack. Let's see. Maura, no sound. Is anybody else having problems with the sound, or it's just Maura? Let's see. I blame the Brits in London giving me the Rona. Let's see. There she is there. Okay, can you play anything by Damien Quinn? Derek, pity, Ro, I think you talking about Tony Boy Ray, I assume. Yeah, no man unlucky. Yeah, shame. Joseph says, whatever happened to Beaver Snatcher? I know he got married and changed his name. We missed his old crack. And I don't think he's been married yet, but actually Dave, he sent me a PM there during the week. Now he says he does watch the show. He's been watching it. I don't know maybe just he's doing something else on a Sunday now, but he had said to me that he watches the show a couple of times a week now. So he sent me the PM there. So I know he hasn't been on, but he is tuning in and watching it. So hopefully we'll get Beaver back in the show. Because he always Anthony says next month going to be good, sir. Yes, mate, definitely. Can't wait for it. Right. So what do we have then next? So who was looking this week tune? What do we have? What will we do next? Line up here. Right, somebody asked me to play a bit of Krista Coyle. I think it was Lynn Houston. Was it Lynn? She loves her a bit of Krista, so we'll do this one. This is what track is that? There, number 1. We'll go play track number 1 from Krista's album, From the Streets of Free Derry. It isn't Easter time, so we'll go play the Foggy Dew. But listen, Foggy Dew's a brilliant track, no matter what time of year you play it for. So here we go. This is Krista Coyle, folks, who's back in Derry here very, very soon for a few gigs. This is the Foggy Dew, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Something's up with the Dying Rebel.
No, see, that isn't the Dying Rebel. Well, I don't think we actually put it's on the other channel. Jesus. See, the problem was both channels said track 1 when I was looking at it, and Chris was track 1 on the Potters album, and Krista's song's track 1 on her album, so that's why I got confused. But this should be it. There we go. I'm not that bad, like.
Of the foggy Jew.
Listen, our Christopher from her album From the Streets of Free Derry, The Foggy Dew. They're especially for Lynn Houston, that one. Folks, with this Rebel Sundays and myself, road at 4 o'clock here this afternoon for you. You seen the flyer we're posting during the last couple of songs. We're going to have Shea Doolin live on the show at about 2:15 for you folks. So after we had Shea on the phone, was it last year? Or maybe just the year of 2020, I think it was actually, just pre-COVID, because it was when he had his debut album out. We were talking about his album, so we'll have him on today because obviously he's just released his latest album, so it is a new studio album. So we're going to be talking about the new album, obviously what he's been doing over the last few years. He's been getting lots of big gigs recently, so we'll be talking about them. So looking forward to having Shea on the phone, folks, or on the screen, should I say. Keep having to remind myself that we're not doing the phone link anymore. We're actually doing like the guest live on the screen here. So yep. Right, so who had asked for this tune by a bottle of Peter Peepy Rooney? There he is there, Joseph Pierce. Rogan, you please play the bottle of Peter Peepy Rooney by Damien Quinn, please. Damien actually was over in Santa Pons all week there, playing the new Callie's bar as well. Seen a few videos, bonged every night, which was great. It's great to see Jared and Dixie doing so well with the bar. Obviously it's not going to take off straight away. It's a brand new bar, so hopefully over the years it'll definitely take off. And we're going to be going next year in June, so hopefully we'll be able to jump in the Callie's and see them. So one of the nights. Right, so we'll do this here, and obviously we'll do it for a few people actually like this song as normally asked for it. James Devin McClave always asked me for this here song, Peter Peepy Rooney. Terry had asked me for a bit of Damien Quinn's. Was your request already, Terry? 2 in the first 15 minutes. You're getting spoiled today. So here we go. This is a great volunteer, folks, from St James area, West Belfast. I want to say a great volunteer. This is an understatement. Peter Rooney was just the stuff that man Doolin was involved in was you don't know about. Well, going by what I was told last week, actually he was speaking to a guy at a job I was doing, and we were speaking about the show, and obviously he knew Peter really well through it, and we struck up conversation, and some of the stuff he was telling me, I was like, blew my mind, like. So here we go. So this is the ball of Peter Peepy Rooney by Damien Quinn, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Here we go.
I'll tell to you the story of one of Ireland's bravest sons. His name is Peepy Rooney. In St James's life begun, he was born into a conflict of oppression and of shame. So he took a stand for Ireland to break those English chains. So we'll sing of Peepy Rooney from St James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. He watched his brother Daniel die, murdered by the crown. This spurred his fight for freedom. Us crappies won't lie down. He joined a Fena Erin at 16 years of age, then soon became a volunteer in the Belfast Brigade. So we'll sing a Peepy Rooney from St James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. He was proud to give the gun salute when they honoured Bobby Sands, and again for Joe MacDonald with his rifle in his hand, beaten and arrested when that funeral was attacked. Did a sentence in the H blocks and then reported back. So we'll sing a P.B. Rooney from St. James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. The fight for Irish freedom led him overseas, to England and to Europe, for Ireland's liberty. He was over in Gibraltar with his comrade Dan McCann, who was murdered with Mairead and Sean, far from their native land. So we'll sing a P.B. Rooney from St. James's by the Falls, that fearless fighting soldier for Ireland gave his all. No more we'll see your smiling face, that face that we all knew. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32. You lived your life for freedom's fight and for Ireland's 32.
Yeah. Damien Quinn there, folks, with the ballad of Peter P.P. Rooney. Great track out there. A few people asked for that one, so there you go. This is Rebel Sundays, folks. We do this every single week here on Facebook, YouTube and Twitter, multi-streaming all three of them for 3 hours every week. Every 2 weeks we'll get a live guest on the show, and then every other week it's just myself with the 3 hours. So literally, as I say, there's a few people that haven't listened to the show before have texted me, go and listen, can you give us a link? Obviously me watching because Shea's on. So this here started off, folks, on while lockdown was on. It basically started off in my spare bedroom in my own house one Sunday when I was off work, couldn't do any DJing, and it just sort of blew up after the first week, and it got bigger and bigger, and then obviously we started getting the guests on, and even after lockdown it sort of finished, I was for going back to work, and basically the demand was there, people still wanted the show, so they did. So I sort of said, listen, we're going to do it every week now, and we've been doing it now since basically the week after lockdown started, so it is, and it's July 2022, and we've had run events, folks. We've been people have booked me for events through the podcast and stuff. We'll have a steady stream of just regular viewers every week who watch on YouTube and Facebook. Obviously a few on Twitter as well. And folks, I just want to say I want to thank all users. The show wouldn't be what it is now without all users, the regular ones every week that watch it. So for the ones that are texting saying it's your first time watching the show, this is it, folks. This is what we do. So we're in basically a purpose-built studio now for this here. That's all this is. I say, before it was the old studio in my own house. It wasn't a studio. I used to have to set the gear up every single week. It was a nightmare, like up and down, before the show started, take it down. It was finished, and the room was basically the baby's bedroom, so we couldn't leave all the stuff up. So the way it is now, we'll be able to move down here. So big thanks to my mum and dad for them giving me this room in their house for doing this here. So this is the way it is. We do it every Sunday night, folks, and bar a few Sundays a year that I sort of can't commit to doing the show. We're here every single week, so that's what it is. So I hope you come back next week. Next week it's going to be just myself, no guest on. We'll be doing 3 hours of just all rebs, and obviously every week as well. Now we're trying to do a giveaway for tickets, so we'll give away Wolf Tones tickets. We'll be giving them an hour few away in the next couple of weeks. We'll have tickets to give away for my night in the Rock in December. Obviously we're giving away tickets today for the big gig in Derry on the 21st of August. So loads of things to tune in for, folks. So cheers. Just let's hear a comment here from Joseph. He says, Panorama documentary about the SAS during the week. Afghanistan, no surprise there. They used Ireland as their training ground. I stumbled across that myself. I was watching something else on before it, and it just come on. And so I ended up sitting watching it. And SAS, just like discussing just what, I mean, obviously the stuff they've got away with, especially over there, and it's being highlighted now, like, I mean, but all the stuff that they've done over here was just par for the course. I mean, sure, whatever. They were doing right, and the amount of innocent people that was killed by them, and they're still doing it to this day, only over in different countries. Like, it's definitely needs highlighted, and the boys need brought to justice. I'm not laughing, but it's just the stuff you see they got away with is amazing. So it is. Right, let's see. Just looking through it. There's really mid conversations. Steve says, any chance of a song from Lee Brockerville? Oh, yes, mate, definitely. We'll get a bit of a song from Lee on the day. Right, there's the first hour gone already, folks. So we're going to have Shea on another 15 minutes. So we'll play one song, and then we'll get the first song on from Shea on very, very soon from his new album, and then hopefully we'll get him on the screen. Rambo was looking for Terence Teddy O'Neill. I played it last week on the show, so we'll maybe give it another bash another couple of weeks' time. Obviously, they say don't like playing the same songs over and over and over and over. Obviously, people do ask them every single week. So we'll maybe do it next week or the week after, okay? So give us another request there, Rambo, if you want. Right, so what we'll have lined up next, we're going to play a tune now. Actually, was it? Tune from Callie's Men. Song... that's certainly Rebel, Dirty Old Town. A lot of people could say this song is all about Derry, it's about Ardoyne, it's about West Belfast, whatever. But people have their own wee sort of jokes, you know. But it's a great lively version, this one, the way Callie's Men do it. So this is from their album recorded live in the Crescent Bar in Derry, folks. It's Callie's Men and Rebel Sundays with Dirty Old Town. And I like the way Marty Healy and Mickey Kelly sort of switch between vocals. This one does a verse, or one does a verse. It's very good. Have a listen. Here we go.
Gasworks Road, and I dreamed by the old canal, and I kissed my girl by the factory wall. It's a dirty old time. Well, it's a dirty old time.
The clouds are drifting all across the moon. The cats are bowling on the beat, and up springs again along the streets at night. It's a dirty old time. It's a dirty old time.
I heard a siren coming from the docks, and I saw the train set the night on fire, and I smelled the spring upon the smoky wind. It's a dirty old time. It's a dirty
make me such a big sharp axe, shining steel tempered on the fire. Now chop you down, 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 down like a dead old tree. It's a dirty old town. Oh, it's a dirty old town. I met my love by the gasworks door, and I dreamed by the old canal, and I kissed my girl by the factory wall. It's a dirty old town. Well, it's a dirty old town. It's a dirty old town. It's a dirty old town.
So the Callie's men there, folks. Dirty old town for you on Rebel Sunday. Say not strictly Rebel, but we don't stick to all the Rebel stuff every week. You know, always stray a wee bit, so we do the odd time. So yeah, folks. I'll see if Ellie's sending your pictures and stuff. A few people sent me one through, so I'm going to try and upload them in a minute here. So this one here, Marty has just sent me through. Obviously, they're watching over in White Rock Gardens. Great to see you laying out of the house near to your bed, Mrs. Hope you're feeling a bit better. Any yuck in the wheelchair yet? Hopefully you just get something sorted. So yep, lovely and sunny in West Belfast today. Everybody sitting outdoors, out the back, whatever. So yep, cheers for sending that there through. Right, let's see. So we're going to play another song here, then we'll get the first song on from Shea, Doolin. Right, so this tune here, hopefully, is see what number is track 12 on this. What want to go do? 12. So it should be The Man Behind the Wire. But I'm not sure if it is, because the last time I played something from Marty Higgins' CD, what it said on the track album cover and what actually was played was a different song. So hopefully it is The Man Behind the Wire as number 12 anyway. So big shout out to Marty Higgins, who is actually over at the minute playing over in Santa Ponsa as usual, over in the Dubliner, loving it. Obviously I've seen all the photos he's putting last night. He had a whole lot of lads from Colin McGee's club, his own club in Glenravel over this weekend. So they're loving life there. So yep, great to see Marty doing this thing over in Santa Ponsa. It wouldn't be the same without him. So here we go. This is Marty Higgins, folks, with Men Behind the Wire on Rebel Sundays. And after this, we'll go to the very, very first song from Shea, Doolin. And then we'll get him on the show for you.
I've sung so many songs of fallen heroes.
You see, so that is not Men Behind the Wire. But listen, we're going to play it anyway. So this is the Lockall Ambush. So we'll start it again, right? So it says on his album, number 12, right? The Man Behind the Wire. And then on number 12 on the actual CD is it's actually Lockall Ambush. So I'm wondering, is number 11 The Man Behind the Wire? We'll have to check that out. But so Marty, that's your fault. It's not mine. Put it on me.
I've sung
Here we go.
so many songs of fallen heroes. I really thought that I had said it all. But if a song can fill our hearts and raise our spirits, then I'd sing about our martyrs at Lockall. When the Irish nation bowed its head in sorrow, such sadness that the country seldom known. For Monaghan had lost a gallant soldier, with 7 volunteers from Green Tyrone. Oh England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we'll sing about our martyrs at Lockall. 'Twas on a warm and misty Friday evening, the scent of apple blossom filled the air. That village street was quiet and deserted, but hidden eyes were watching everywhere. The digger bomb had only reached its target. The trap was sprung and gunfire filled the air. The SAS did not want any prisoners. The shit to kill their orders were quite clear. Oh England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland,
we'll sing about our martyrs at Loughgall. They butchered eight brave volunteers that evening. They were kicked and punched in case they were not dead. They dragged their bodies up and down that village. They filled their bodies full of British lead. Did you think it would teach us all the lesson? Such savagery, the whole world was appalled. Don't you know there'd be 20 more men waiting for everyone you butchered at Loughgall? Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we'll sing about our martyrs at Loughgall. Farewell, Paddy Kelly and Jim Lina. No more you'll lead your fighting unit forth, side by side with Paddy McKerney and Tony Gormley. You died to drive the British from the north. Declan Arthurs and the youthful Seamus Donnelly, on the night you were the youngest of them all, with Jerry O'Callaghan and the gallant Eugene Kelly. Your blood still stains the pavements of Loughgall. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we'll sing about our martyrs at Loughgall. Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we'll sing about our martyrs at Loughgall. We'll sing about our martyrs at Loughgall.
Sort of the great Marty Higgins there, folks, with the Loughgall ambush and not Man Behind the Wire, which was what we thought it was. It says, I just put, because if any of you know, you have Marty's CD, it does say number 12. Man Behind the Wire, and number 12 on the CD is not Man Behind the Wire, it's actually the Loughgall Ambush. But anyway, great track anyway. Right, here we go, folks. We want to do the first tune from Shea Doolin, and hopefully once it's finished, we're going to have Shea on the phone. So we are, with a bit of luck, on the screen, should I say. So we go. So this is one of the tracks from Shea's brand new album, folks. Music that kept their spirits free. It's come out to Blackened Hands on Rebel Sundays.
Come out, you blackened hands, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. For the Holiday IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killashandra. I was born in Dublin streets where the loyal dogs did be, and the lovely English feet they walked all over us. And every single night when we down would come on tight, you'd invite the neighbours out with this chorus. Come out, you blackened hands, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. So how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killashandra. Come tell us how you slew them poor Adams 2 by 2, and the Zulus dance peace and power with the arrows. How bravely you faced war with a 16-pounder gun, and you're frying them the natives to the marrow. Come out, you blackened hands, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you won medals down in Flanders. Till how the IRA made you run like hell away from the green and lovely lanes of Killashandra. Come let us hear you tell how you stand at Great Parnell. You thought it well and truly persecuted, where all the seas and tears that you loudly let us hear. while the leaders of 16 were executed. Come out, you block of hands, come out and fight me like a man. True, I thought you won medals down in Flanders. Till I Howard the IRA made you run like Callaway. From the green of lovely lanes at Chandra. Come out, you block of hands, come out and fight me like a man. True, I thought you won medals down in Flanders. Till I Howard the IRA made you run like Callaway. From the green and lovely lanes at Chandra.
Yes, and Shea Doolin there, folks, with come out to Black and Tans from his brand new album, live on. It's on Spotify at the minute. Music that kept their spirits free. So hopefully we should have Shea on the screen now. Let's get rid of this here video. There we go. Can you hear me, mate?
Hello, Roddy. All right, can you hear me?
Yes, mate. Just about to see you, so we can't. Happy days.
Yeah,
folks. Yeah. So we're joined live now from all the way from Liverpool, from Shea Doolin, obviously great rebel singer. Mate, so obviously welcome back to the show. You're part of a selected few who have sort of been invited back on the Rebel Sundays for another interview. So fair play to you, mate.
I'm all good, yeah. How are you, Roddy?
Yep, doing well, mate. Roast, what's the weather like over there? It's boiling over here, like.
Yeah, it's boiling here as well, to be honest. It's going to be like that for the next few days, I've heard.
Well, hopefully we'll get used to the swimming pools anyway. A bit of luck, the kids will anyway. Right. So actually, just a wee bit of a recap then for anybody that mightn't have heard your interview when you were on the first time, right? So you're based at Liverpool, but obviously very much a proud Irish Republican. So tell me a wee bit about your sort of early background and how you sort of first sort of got involved in rebel music.
Yeah, so I always remember growing up as a baby, as a kid, and my dad would have a blasting in the house, like growing up. And my dad and my family have always been involved in the flute band here in Liverpool. They've been involved in it for well over 2 decades now. So, and it's still going. So when I was about, let's say, 10 or 11, I joined the flute band and played the flute. And we first sort of, like, proper, like, got involved in republicanism and, and understanding the history of Ireland and stuff through that.
Yeah, so obviously the flute band, it's Liverpool Irish Patriots, isn't it? They call the band?
Well, they call themselves the Liverpool Irish Flute Band now, but it's had a few names over the years. It used to be called the James Larkin as well.
Yeah. So as your sort of dad been involved in the band from the very, very start?
My dad and my uncle Neil, they were literally founders of the band and they're both still in it today. My dad's the bass drummer and my uncle's a flute player. So they've always been involved.
Yeah. Obviously, been involved with the band a few times, different marches they've been over, so they have. So tell me about the Irish music scene in Liverpool. Obviously, I know it's a heathen sort of city full of like Irish students, but is it more of a Irish folk scene than a rebel scene?
I probably agree with you there. Yeah, it probably is more of a folk scene. There are a few singers in Liverpool that will sing rebel tunes, and because there is a big demand for it. There's, like you said, there's a lot of our students over, and a lot of my friends who are Scousers will love the rebel tunes as well. They'll obviously have big Irish heritages as well. So there is a big demand for it in Liverpool, and there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of students, and there's a lot more Irish bars than what there used to be. I remember when I first started playing in Liverpool, the first bar I played in was Lanigan's, and like it was one of a few Irish bars in Liverpool, and now they're everywhere. They're all over the place now, yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's definitely a heathen scene. Like, obviously, it's great that you can keep updating on social media. And like, I think it's we were over last year with Clover no, it's actually this year in March there. We played in the Liverpool Irish Centre, so we did. But obviously, there's so many other bars that are doing like the Irish stuff. It's great to see. But what is it? It's sort of like a. It's only really when the students are over. I mean, will be all year round. Magic's there only sort of over for term time, or is there demand for the Irish stuff just like every weekend? Is there? Like?
Every weekend, yeah. I think when I first started, like I said, the first bar I played was Lanigan's, and when I first started in the bar, it wasn't that busy. It was a very, I'd say like old man's boozer sort of vibe. Yeah. If that makes sense. And then over the time, the bar done the right. Like most of the bars who smart will do the right thing and support local football and hurling teams and support the uni teams as well. So getting all the students in that way as well, and that's worked very well. and you've got like the two main teams in Liverpool. You got the Wolf Tones and the John Mitchells, who are both like gaining popularity every year. They're huge now than what they first started.
See, on that, is there actually is there a league over there? I mean,
there's a league. Yeah, Wolf Tones just won it yesterday. 2 days ago. Sorry. The Wolf Tones won the league a couple of days ago. They play all teams from up and down the country, to be honest.
Right. Okay.
But, in Liverpool, you got two big teams, and I think Manchester's might have two teams as well. And
would that be like a lot of sort of students and all then would play? So they're over studying then, so they will actually play in the teams from over there then.
Yeah, 100%. It's a great way to socialise. You know, if you're a new student, and probably if any of the students are listening now thinking about moving out to Liverpool, there's teams there for you to join and meet new people, meet people you probably already know as well. Like the amount of people that join up and know about 10 members before they've even started is a great thing as well. But like that, like most of them will love all the Rebel stuff and will be in the bars every weekend and just over time it just gains popularity in the bars. And like I said, when I first started, there wasn't many Rebel singers. I always remember one of my favourite singers in Liverpool is Ronan Terrell. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he's been around for decades, and he was like probably one of the only Irish singers in Liverpool. And you've got Conleth as well, who did used to sing a lot of Rebel stuff. But
is that McGarry, is it? Conleth McGarry? Yeah. Well, yeah, I heard him, yeah.
Yeah, Conleth's really, really good as well. But yeah, like I said, just the influx of students, and like there's loads of people who were students and have stayed over, and yeah, it's just huge now. It's huge.
Yeah, happy days. So listen, we're going to play another song from your album. Actually, we kicked off the interview there with Come Out to Black and Tans. So this time I'm going to play obviously my favourite all-time Rebel song, Wally and Danny. I'm so glad you put it on the album.
Yeah,
Love hearing different versions of it. And the song, it's amazing now. So many bands now are singing it over this last couple of years, but it didn't used to be a real popular song. So it didn't. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's because I've been pushing the song so much in the show. But because a lot of times you were at the bar and ask somebody, they're like, I don't know that song. And you're like, what? Serious? You don't know Wally and Danny? But nearly, it's one of them ones that's like, it's part of everybody's set now. So it is, like, sort of keep it at the end. It's a real sort of crowd sort of lifting song. So obviously this here song album comes 2 years after your first album, mate. My father is a Fenian and my uncle's a Fenian. So firstly, tell us a wee bit about the name you chose for this here second album. And secondly, who else was involved with the album with you?
Yeah, so the reason why I chose name is obviously it's a lyric from Let the People Sing. And obviously myself being a big Celtic fan. And I've had the Celtic fever all season, with Ange and the team and stuff. So like I wanted to include a couple of Celtic songs on the album as well. So I picked that name just based on the Let the People Sing, because that was, I always remember my first time going to Celtic Park, and that was the first song I ever heard in Celtic Park. So probably the same for everyone. So that's why I called it that. And my good friend Sean, he was the one who played the flute and the whistle on both albums. He's been on both albums, and he's a really talented musician as well, which I'll hopefully get him playing with me more in future when he can get time off work to do it. So
do you just use like a stomp box or something then as well? Because there's a kick drum in the song as well. Comes across really good. And Rich, folks, we're going to play now Wally and Danny from Shea's album, Music That Kept the Spirits Free. So I'll just take you on mute here, okay, for this song, and then we'll bring it back on in a wee minute as well, folks. Here we go. So this is the ballad of Wally and Danny on Rebel Sundays from Shea Doolin's brand new studio album, Music That Kept Their Spirits Free.
Trying to sing some songs of glory, sing some songs of peace. In the end, it's the same old story, the boat too hard to reach. People tell me that they're sick and tired of seeing this place rolling down. But I say, take your blindfolds off, you hypocrites, and help get us off the ground. And please say it isn't so. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reason's very clear. shots between their bodies now. One of those bullets missed, and for every trigger I was pulled, I'm more than a volunteer. Well missed. Oh, for 5 long hours you left them lying where the priest was turned away. And that's another step, Lord, for those SAS murderers will never forget the day. Please say it isn't so. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reasons are clear. They're laying down lies for us year after year. Funerals were to prove their witness. Thousands from the streets. Those poster boys hovered helplessly overhead, rocking out to salute. Well, they emptied their magazines over each coffin till finally the crowd were sent. And another day dawns, and the guns will be out again, 'cause Willie and Danny had friends. Please say it isn't so. While Willie and Danny had to go, the reasons are clear. They're laying down the lies for us year after year. Please say it isn't so. While Willie and Danny had to go, they're laying down the lies for us year after year. Please say it isn't so.
Yeah, so Shea Doolin there, folks, with the band Wally and Danny from his brand new album, Music That Kept the Spirits Free. Yeah, folks, we're joined today by Shea Doolin, all the way from Liverpool, great Irish Republican singer, so he is. Shea, just looking through, there's a few comments here popping up while you've been on there. A few good ones, but I don't know if you might take this one. Marty just says, Shea would remind me of Mark Allen, the snooker player. So
that one, yeah.
There you go. But yeah, loads of great comments about the song. See Anthony Murphy here as well saying, yeah, well done, Shea, one of the best versions I've heard of the song. Brilliant. Right, so obviously, so Shea, over the past year or so, you've been obviously getting a lot more sort of notable gigs in Scotland, particularly maybe for Celtic supporters related functions. What do you sort of put that down to? I mean, obviously, I know you're a big Celtic fan, as you said. Do you sort of base a lot of your set on Celtic songs? Or does it depend what gig you're playing? Or
yeah, it probably would depend on what gig I'm playing. Like if I go to Glasgow, it just depends on what sort of crowd's in, because there's a lot of people that will just they might love the Rebel songs, but they might just want to hear Celtic songs if it's a if it's a game day or something. But most of the time, it's just like whatever people want me to play. If someone comes up and say the first 5 songs of a set, I'll probably mix Celtic songs and Rebel songs and see which one goes down the best, and then that'll be sort of me idea of what sort of set I play. But there's other gigs though where like I done the Green Brigade one only a couple of weeks ago.
The one with Emer and stuff, was it?
Yeah. So when I done that one, I knew that wouldn't be largely Celtic songs and a few Rebel songs. But I tried to keep it to Celtic songs anyway, because I knew the likes of Emer, like what a talented girl she is. She was always going to do a full-on Rebel set. So
yeah.
So I thought I'd do loads of tunes that like she probably wouldn't do. So
I've heard a few videos of you doing a brilliant version of the Jada song, and I've never heard any other sort of singer doing that. There one. Did you put the words out yourself, or was that the one to sing in the stands, or what is it?
No. It's one of them where probably the first person to put guitar to it. I'd say that.
Very Jerry Cinnamon-ish, so it is like it sounds really well.
Yeah, it's done well on Twitter as well. It went viral at one point, which was weird to me, because like on Twitter, I'm not that big on Twitter, so like it was weird. Like, just looking at all my tweets and I've got like 1 like, 2 likes on them, and then there's that one video. It's got like 5,000 likes on it, so it looks dead weird. But
Is that the one from at their Ozone? Is it?
Ozone,
They're cheesy European song.
Yeah,
it's actually I would actually get a lot of requests for that. Their tune like just you're going. I think it must be because of the Jada thing, because people just put that. And normally you would never. It's only if you don't ever hear that song on your holidays or something. But I've been doing birthday parties and all. People go, mate, you play at their Ozone tune. You're like, serious? And then they're all singing it along. But obviously, that must be because it's the Jada, because they're singing it at Celtic Park and all in the stands. Like, but it's a great wee catchy tune. So it is like.
Oh, it is. You can't get it out your head. Honestly, when I went to game the first heard it, I was all the way home for 3.5 hours. I was just singing it in my head, and then I thought, I've got to throw this up. I've got like the proper hook to it. Yeah, so just put a guitar to it and then threw it up like. And yeah, same with the Jack and Mackis one as well. The Jack and Mackis one done really well on Twitter as well.
I haven't heard that one. Nice, so I haven't.
That's a good tune. Like it's to Nina, 99 Red Balloons.
Oh yes, yeah. No, but I've heard the fans sing it, but I haven't heard you doing it. I know it's the ones who do with the Queen Brigade. Just another wee comment here for you. Paul O'Hanlon says, "Great show, Ro. Finton Kelly here in Lurgan. Previously played for the Mitchell. Said to say hello to you, Shea. So he did. Right. So when are we going to see you gigging over here in this side of sort of the water, Shea? And particularly in Belfast, like, because I think for you, like the Rock Bar, like on a Sunday, it would be perfect for your sort of set. So
I'd love to. It's just at the minute it was hard with COVID and stuff, but now it's a lot easier. Hopefully, I'm aiming to get over. Hopefully this summer maybe. I've been asked to play Rose Joe's and Derry. Mid-August sort of time, and so if I get over and do that, then I'll try and make it a bit of a.
So obviously, you need to get. You can't just come over from one gig. You need to get yourself a whole weekend or something. I don't understand that. I know. Exactly. Yeah, but here, mate, definitely, I'll be putting a word in for you for the Rock. Because it's like. Your set would definitely go down well in there, because obviously it's such a big Celtic following it. But you're one of the more livelier ones. I mean, rather than sort of all ballady stuff, you are sort of like for like a Rebel Sunday at sort of 10:30 to 12 on a Sunday night will definitely go down well. So it would like. You're just back in from a week long in sort of Santa Ponsa playing in the resort's newest Rebel bar, Kelly's. Obviously, so big shout to Jared Glacken and Dixie who took that bar on. So how did you find playing over in the famous called Santa Provo in for the week? What do you think?
It was unreal, It was really, really good. It was a good experience, and it was really hot, really hot. And I don't look like I was in Santa Ponsa for a week, like.
Man, I'm the same. I'm just like a ghost. The only thing I get tan on is my arms. So it is because I have my arms stuck in the lorry all day, in the window all day. It gets tan, but anything else just doesn't go. Just stays white.
I'm the same.
No matter how hot it is.
It hits me a lot worse as well. So, but it was really good. You probably know Dixie and Jared as well, and all that. They've got a good little bar there as well. Like it's obviously brand new, so there's still a lot of work to do with it. But it's really good. Great staff as well. All the staff are very friendly, and they look like they're down to do the project as well. So
it's obviously there's two obviously bigger bars over there, like the Dublin and the Cell 12. So it's established sort of Irish and Rebel stuff. So obviously it'll take a while for them to build it up. But good luck to them. It's obviously it's great. Obviously Damien was over all this week as well, and I think they've a lot of Rebel singers over the summer, so hopefully it takes off. It'll be great. It's great to see another one. So it is.
Good thing as well, like, because obviously Dixie gave me the opportunity, and that, like, I think with a lot of bars, like the Cell 12 and Dublin and stuff, they're stuck on their own singers that they have every year, which is amazing, because they're all really talented, like unbelievable singers, and but Kelly's have just give a lot of people who probably didn't get that chance to get over there and play. So I've got a lot of respect for Kelly's for doing that, and all the lads, all the owners and stuff. So big thank you.
What did you get up to, like, obviously during the week when you weren't, like, were you just the pool all day or what, when you weren't, or you were playing evening? Or what?
I was out all night, right?
Oh, okay, so you weren't going home to bed at 10 o'clock when you were finished your set then, like you were straight out the strip?
This season finished your set. I finished at 11. I was straight out, didn't get back till probably 5 or 6 most mornings, and I slept all day. So I missed most of the sun.
I don't know how you can do it. I couldn't, but honestly, I'm like, see now, literally after a few pints, I need my bed about 12 o'clock. I can't see that they're staying out to 5 o'clock in the morning all day. Even, especially when we're over on holiday, even worse. Is that warm?
I find it easier, honestly. When I'm in Liverpool and I go out, I'll be suffering for like a day or two. And when I'm on holiday, I could drink all day. And then when I come back on a Sunday, I was sick for 2 days. I must have hit me on the last 2 days.
Catching you on the airplane the way home. What they're like. So what's up next for you, mate? Have you any sort of bigger gigs lined over the summer, or sort of have you any regular sort of stints you do over in Liverpool that people can come and see you each week? Or
yeah, so pretty much my plan now is to try and like keep pushing the album, keep pushing myself to like to get more gigs, and also push myself in Glasgow a lot more as well, because I've got my foot in the door there now, and I don't really want to. I don't want the door to close. I want to sort of like fully get there. But I
suppose it's not too far as well in Glasgow. I mean, it's mean that you can drive up there. I mean, whether it's not as if it's the worst side of the world.
I'm up all the time for the games anyway, so it'd be handy enough to you know get a few gigs up there. Like we go up with the South Sports Club in Liverpool, the Michael Davids South Sports Club.
Yep.
So a big shout out to them. They recently started, like they started in the 80s, but went folded, and then they've come back in the past 2 years or so after lockdown. So go up with them all the time to the games. Yeah, hopefully that's the plan next, to just expand a bit more, get out a little bit more, get over to Ireland, and
I'll definitely be pushing to try and get you over here. Hopefully we can get a weekend or something, because you definitely need to get over here, so you do. Get a few gigs as you get yourself known. And we spoke the last time about the lockdown. You were one of the ones that was more prominent doing a lot of the live streams. So do you miss it, like? Playing in front of a phone screen, or are you glad to be back out the bars? Like,
I mean, a bit of both. It was a new experience for every musician who'd done it. Like, it was very new. You probably for yourself, it was probably a new experience for everyone, the lockdown, and then trying to communicate with people through social media and stuff. But like me, I'm not that big on social media. I try and stay off my phone as much as I can. So when in lockdown, I do miss playing, doing the lives. It was one of them. I couldn't sit there and not play. Like, I'd get too rusty, and I get too, just too settled. And I needed to keep my practice up. But it is well better being back in bars, I'll be honest. But I do miss.
I don't know if it's just me, but see, obviously before pre-lockdown, when you were doing gigs and people wanted a request, they come up and say, "All right, mate, whatever," and they ask you for a tune. But see now, and I think it's really ignorant. Where even like the other night, especially younger ones, are busy type something on their phone, and it's just like bang, straight in your face. It's just like, here, not even ask you, just busy tape it out, going massive fun on the phone and shove it, and you go more or less play that song now. Like, you're like, all right, well,
I actually prefer that. I actually prefer it myself personally. I understand what you're saying. It can be seen as quite rude, but to me, it's a lot easier for someone to get the request out than, like, the worst thing you can do, and it always does my head. And I'm sure there's loads of musicians who are the same. Like, but when we're mid-song and
somebody's asking you, it's different for a singer. For me, like, I'm just starting my hand instead of deck saying, so people, I don't mind somebody asks me, you can have whatever. I mean, sometimes they're complete melters, like, but the majority of the time you can have a yarn with somebody. But I see it all the time, like when you're at the bar and you're going, why is that person trying to speak to that person there in the middle of playing a song, like, and they're going, here mate, you're like,
honestly,
it
happens. But I obviously you don't, like, I know people have probably had a few drinks and they're just, want to get the tune out, so I don't have much of a problem with it, but it does get on your nerves a little bit. But most of the time when people hold the phones up, it's a lot easier, because I just look at it and then I go, yeah, sounds.
Yeah.
You can do that mid-song, but I don't mind it. But yeah, I'm not. Yeah, how was people want to get the requests out?
Obviously, so the main man, Gary Oakes in town, right? In Liverpool, then, so he is. He's playing in the Irish Centre. So he is.
I can't go. I'm playing myself tonight. So
where are you this evening then?
I'm in Lanigan's again. I play Lanigan's every Sunday. It's like a Rebel Sunday in there. So if anyone's ever in Liverpool, Lanigan's on a Sunday. If you want Rebel tunes, that's where you go.
Great. Actually, love the Glover for our weekend myself. It's been a while for me over. Like, actually, as on just a weekend, because it's some crack. Like, so you need to get yourself up for it. But listen, Shea, we're going to do our song here from the album. But listen, thanks very much for coming on, mate, for the show. Great to have you back on and hear about what's happening.
Thanks very much, Rory. I really do appreciate it.
Not a problem, mate. So listen, this time we're going to play another track from Shea's brand new album, God Bless This Lovely Land of Mine. So just on it there, see the album at the minute, it's on Spotify, Shea. So are you releasing on CD again this one, or are you keeping for Spotify, or what's?
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get the CD. It's one of them. The company I used for my last one, I had CDs for my last one. I've closed down, so
Right, okay.
It's one of them. I'm trying to find another company to do it. But hopefully, yeah, I should have CDs in the near future, like. So if anyone wants, that would be
right.
one.
Listen, but it is on Spotify. Both of Shea's albums, the first one and this here second one as well. So there are two great listens, folks. From it, Shea, thank you very much, and I'll talk to you again soon. We're going to play this next song from Shea, folks. Cheers, mate. Good luck. All right, bye. Folks, there we go. So it was Shea Doolin, all the way from Liverpool this afternoon. So we're going to play the next song from his album here today for the 3-song set. This is from Shea's new studio album, Music That Kept Their Spirits Free. This is God Bless This Lovely Land of Mine.
Oh, God bless this lovely land of mine. God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine. This lovely land, the old man said, will be alive when we are dead. My father's words still haunt my mind. What is God bless this lovely land of mine? Oh, God bless this lovely land of mine. God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine. Through misty eyes I see my land. I hunger for her future grand. What greater hunger can there be? I hunger still to see her free. Oh, God bless this lovely land of mine. God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine. My Gaelic comrades have passed away, but with a song I sing today. I sing my song before I die. Well, it's God bless this lovely land of mine. Oh, God bless this lovely land of mine. God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine. Oh, God bless this lovely land of mine. God bless the mountains, the hills and the valleys. Someday the sun will cease to shine, and I'll desert this lovely land of mine.
There you go, folks. Out of sound Shea Doolin there. If you folks with God Bless This Lovely Land of Mine. That's from his brand new album. It's available on Spotify at the minute. Hopefully it will be out in CD soon. That is from the album Music That Kept Their Spirits Free. Folks, yeah, so cheers to Shea for coming on. That's the second time I've had him on the show. The last time as he was was a phone guest. So great to see what he's been up to. So he'll be in Lanigan's tonight, fucking looks in Liverpool. If anything's over and want to head to a Rebel night, hit up there. You'll have a good night with Shea. Blasting the tunes out. Right, just back to a few comments, see what we'll have. Let's see. Anthony Murphy. Brilliant interview, Shea. Keep rattling the Rebel songs out. Good luck. And Andy Bodie. Brilliant. Well done, Shea. Carla McCrory. Great interview. Fantastic singer. James Devon McClave. Another great interview. You'll enjoy listening to it. Celine. He is so lovely. There we go. You all say it there, Shea, Celine. Leanne as well saying, yeah, this is my favourite track, that one. Yeah, definitely is one of the best tracks from the album, or so it is. So, what do we have? So, we're going to play another song here, and then we're going to do the giveaway, folks, for the tickets for the gig in Derry City Sports Social Club on 21st of August. So, if you want to hear that there, and you want to win 2 tickets for it, so listen up after this next tune. So, what do we have lined up here next? Let's see, number 12. Oh, we're going to do this song. We haven't played on the show in a while. somebody asked me to play it last week. We're going to do the track. It's a bit mellower now from them last few tunes. The song by Ciara McCafferty. It's a tune all about Martin McGuinness. So it is. The song's called "Where My Heart Will Always Be," the ballad of Martin McGuinness. It's a beautiful track. Let's hear when you listen to the words of it. So I always love playing this on the show. After the odd time, we do get a bit of negativity, which I really don't like. Thankfully, the last couple of times we've played it, nobody has sort of piped up, but you do get the odd asshole that says a few things about trying to sort of diminish Martin McGuinness and who he was and what he'd done. And I'll say all the time, you'll never be able to lace his boots what he done for us, and we wouldn't have a peace process we have now for Martin McGuinness, the work he done. So I think you need to remember that there, folks, and show the man a bit of respect. Here we go. This is the ballad of Martin McGuinness, folks, "Where My Heart Will Always Be," from the absolutely beautiful, gorgeous, talented singer that is Ciara McCafferty. Here we go. And we'll just get cut off Facebook. I think all I had to say was Martin McGuinness, and I cut off Facebook. So we'll get the Facebook stream back on in a wee second. Here we go.
I'm thinking of my childhood, growing up in the Bogside. People lived their daily lives, in hard times they did strive. But little did I know then what I would come to be, a soldier of my country, my life to see it free. As the conflict happened around me, and people marched for rights, injustice it was plain to see. It was the time to fight. No more the rule of Britain, no more an orange state, no more will we be second class. My calling was fate. And in the years that followed, I chose to heed the call, to stand along with Ireland's braves and resist that lion's claw. From the Bogside and the New Lodge, in Tyrone and South Armagh, for the freedom of this country, great volunteers we had. As I look back on the struggle and proud of all we've done to create the time for peace again, our chance to be as one, the hope of just one Ireland, the dream of 32. It was not for me to finally see I won't be here with you. So in my final hour, God standing at my door, my family all around me, and all their hearts so sore. The main man made the call now, it's time for me to go. No more will I see green and high or fair wishing rivers flow. Then take me to Cool Holland and lay me by your side, along with my brave comrades beneath this cross I lie. I'll look out on the box side where my heart will always be, and know that I will rest in peace, as you set Ireland free. I'll look out on the box side where my heart will always be, and know that I will rest in peace, as you set Ireland free.
That's the song about Martin McGuinness, folks. The Ballad of Martin McGuinness, Where My Heart Will Always Be, from beautifully sung by Ciara McCafferty from the McCafferty clan in Derry, folks. Really, really talented family. So that was especially for, I don't think, somebody asked me for it last week. So whoever, if you're still listening, let me know. I didn't get a chance to play it last week. Just a few nice comments regarding that, just what I said there. James, a brilliant song for a legend of a true Irish Republican, definitely. Michael, I'm going to try and pronounce your second name. McLaughlin, is that there? You have a great show, lad. Thanks. It's great to have my children listen to you. Keep it up. Let's not let our people and our culture die away. Marty, what is the crack? Listening from the hot tub. Keep the tunes coming. Well, maybe get one of your songs on there, Marty, if that's the case today. So, well, good man yourself, mate. Right, who else as well? See, Derek, true legend, Carla McCrory says, brilliant song, up there with the best, definitely. What's the crack here? You taking up a residency in the Rock Bar? This is like, seems like the third week in a row you've been playing here, Marty. What's the crack? You're definitely in there. You've done the early set, the mid set, you're doing the late set this week. But fair play to you, mate. Pauline Smith today, listening on Facebook from Bradford. Peter Murray, brilliant tune. Right, so here we go, folks. We're going to do the ticket giveaway for today's show. Nice we are. So this is what we're going to be giving 2 tickets away for this here gig here. Now, don't forget, we're going to have 10 tickets altogether over the next lot of weeks. So great gig happening here, folks, in Derry at the Derry City Sports and Social Club in association with Saoirse Promotions on Sunday the 21st of August. It's going to be a massive day, so it is. Tickets are £10. Doors open at 3 o'clock for this here gig. So you have Glasnevin, Callie's Men, Pierce Whitehouse, Ricky Nixon, Barry Davey and myself, Roe. I'll be doing throughout the day as well, plus the live podcast before everything kicks off. Right, so as usual, we're going to do the ticket giveaway, and for anybody that might not know the rules, this is the rules for the competitions that we do. So you might be watching on Twitter, you might be watching on Facebook, you might be watching on YouTube. So when I give a question out, right, whoever is the first to answer, on my screen, so I'm getting all the comments coming up from all 3 streams, folks, okay? So not just from YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, all 3 streams at the same time. So you might be on Facebook and say, oh God, that person was behind me, I answered first, and they give him the winner. Or you might watch it on YouTube and say the same thing, but it's all to do with internet connections, folks, and how fast it gets to me, whatever, you know what I mean? That there's no favoritism or whatever, so that's just the way it is, because the odd time, well, not mentioned 2 weeks ago, there was a bit of a moaning match. A few handbags were getting beat about. But listen, this is the way it is. So I'm going to ask you a question now, right? And whoever is first, here we go again, I won. So whoever is first to pop up my screen with the correct answer is the winner, right? So for 2 tickets, folks, here for this gig in Derry on Sunday, the 21st of August at the Derry City Sport and Social Club. Here's the first question. We're going to have a few more to give away over the next few weeks. So Derry City Football Club, folks, who have a rich history, right? They've won the Premier League once. So tell me this here. When did they win the Premier League? Was it 1995-96, 96-97, or 97-98 season? So was it 95-96 season, 96-97 season, or 97-98 season? When did Derry City win the league, They've only won it once. They've finished a few times second place, but they've only won it once. So was it 95, 96? Was it 96, 97? There you go. The winner is Marty Heaney. And now, folks, definitely no favouritism at all. And he did say that he was going to be going to the gig. So there it is there. The winner, what happened in 1996, 97. That's when they won the league. So Marty Heaney, although he is the moderator, folks, on our YouTube channel, but listen, he won the tickets fair and square. So fair play to you. So Joseph McGuire, most of you are all saying 1987, 98. And Justy here said as well 95, 96. No, so it was 1996, 97 season. You see, Marty, you actually won something. So don't be telling me, I never win all this here. There you go. So well done to the winner, folks, Marty Heaney, who won the first 2 tickets for this here gig. There will be a few more to give away. Fix. Definitely, it's a fix. There will be a few more to give away over the next few weeks, folks. So we'll have another 8 tickets. So another 4 sets to give away. So well done, Marty. It's going to be a great gig in Derry City Sports and Social Club on Sunday, the 21st of August. Doors open 3 o'clock, but I'll be doing my podcast live before the doors kick off. So this is, I'll just give you the ad for this as well. So I'll be doing the show live from the bar, folks, from 12 till 2 with 2 special guests, Barry Davey and Ronan McDonald. They'll be both doing an hour each. So that'll be a great, looking forward to that there as well. So folks, yeah, well done to Marty. So we'll go to the next song of the day. Somebody asked me on to play a tune from Tony Boy Ray, looking for George and Pop. I'm reading because I just found out there is his live album is not no longer on Spotify. I don't know what happened. Normally when you put it in, all 3 albums pop up, but it's only showing up the 2 studio albums, which is a shame because his new live album is fantastic. So I'll have to try and find it. Maybe it's just not where I was looking. So this is from his album, the first album Tony's done. This is the Bottle George and Pop, folks, on Rebel Sundays, Tony Boy Ray.
On the slopes of the Craigan, one morning in May, our lads left their base, hearts young and gay. Cause was for freedom, a cause long denied, and the foreign oppressor went to defy. While patrolling her streets, they met with the foe, and with guns at the ready, our lads had to go. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land, who torment the very heart of men, dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian pub, and they'll not stop me and you. Oh, the place, it fell silent when the shooting died down. 2 of our lads, they lay dead on the streets of our town. Another 2 lives lost for the ongoing fight, and in Derry were mourned on that fateful night. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land, who torment the very heart of men, dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian pub, and they'll not stop me and you. The Georgian pub, they lie cold as stone. They died fighting for Derry, their own native home. So always remember, and don't ever forget, they died fighting for Ireland. We owe them debt. So we'll raise up our hands and we'll curse that British land who torment very hard of men dare to cross their path. But my heart is broken too. Won't you tell me what to do? They couldn't stop our Georgian pub, and they'll not stop me and you.
It was Tony Boy Ray there for you from his first album. That was the Ballad Georgian Pop, especially with Carl Lamb, that one there, so it was. So yep, there you go, Mrs. Hope you enjoyed that one. Let's see. Joseph McGuire says, I'm ashamed, never missed a match too. Say no more, mate. How? You should be ashamed. You shouldn't have put that in. Justin McQuillan. Me and Claire sitting at the back in the hot tub, few beers, no picks. We wouldn't inflict that sight on anyone. Well, listen, I'm not playing your song unless you send me a photograph. We need evidence of hot tubs and beers sitting in back gardens. So cover yourself up, but want a picture. Yeah, they're looking for Joseph Murray. Yeah, obviously we just played a track there from Sean's sister a few minutes ago, so we'll try and fit that in this afternoon sometime. So let's see. Tony's great, Maura. Yep, definitely. Yep, loads of love here from Marty the other day for winning the tickets. Well done, mate. Pauline Smith, can you play Irish Soldier Laddie? Yes, we'll get that on here now for you. Right, here we go. So this is from Gary O, recorded live in Hamburg. This one, great album. It's really raw, folks. Just there's no band behind him or anything. It's just basically Gary as guitar. I think maybe a bit of a foot pedal, but and this here venue was, there's a few videos for it on YouTube, you can watch out for it. The crowd are literally on top of him. So he's wearing a woolly jumper, I think, in the middle of this thing. That's when he had a bit more hair, sweating buckets, but great version, this one. So this is for Pauline Smith, who's looking for Irish Soldier Laddie. This is Gary Oak, folks. The GOAT, as I always refer to him to, because he's just phenomenal. This is Gary, live in Germany, folks, with Irish Soldier Laddie. Hence the very loud crowd.
Okay, here's another couple of CDs. It was a morning in July. I was walking through Tipperary when I heard the battle cry from the mountain overhead. I looked up to the sky and saw an Irish soldier laddie who looked at me right fearlessly and said, oh, will you stand in the band like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? Well, he marched with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield for a night to go and free old Wexford town. But said I to that soldier boy, won't you take me to your captain? It'll be my pride and joy just to march with you today. My brother fell in court, my son is an escortee. To that noble captain I did say, oh, will you stand in the man like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? Oh, I will march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield, but a night to go to free old Wexford town. Oh, will you stand in the band like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? Or you march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield, for tonight we're gonna free old Wexford town. But as we marched back home again, in the shadow of the evening, with our banners flying low to the memory of our dead, we're returning to our homes, but without our soldier laddie. But I never will forget those words he said. Will you stand in the band like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? Oh, will you march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield, for tonight we're gonna free old Wexford town? Oh, will you stand in the band like a true Irishman and go and fight the forces of the crown? Oh, will you march with O'Neill to an Irish battlefield, for tonight they're gonna free old Wexford town?
Well, that was a bit rude there, Gary. She was that just cut off for me. So what was that all about? Maybe it's just the way it was, because it was a YouTube rip that there, so it was. So maybe that's why it wasn't the greatest quality. But yeah, it was Gary Og there for Pauline Smith. I think was it Pauline Smith? Yeah, looking for Irish Soldier Laddie, folks. This is Rebel Sundays. We have another 55 minutes to go today, so get your requests in. Again, thanks to Shea Doolin for coming on. Great guest today. So he was. Let's see. Jim McCaff. I seen this here this morning, mate. Yes, indeed. I see the Celts have signed up the China. I don't think it's China. I think it's where's it? Three lads are from? Korea, is it? The live stream played 38 matches this year. Classville club, hail. Yeah, well, remember from the start, whenever the Ange was saying to all the boys, Kyogo and all, and they're all getting laughed, going, he's saying these buddy boys in the J League, look what they've done now, and look at what they've done. And obviously, Japan, as we go, yeah. So yeah, so they've signed a deal with some TV company, or whatever, to do a live stream for, I think it's 38 games throughout the season, which is fantastic. Obviously now there's going to be a massive new audience for of Asian fans because of the players will have the club now, which is fantastic. So obviously Ange he knew what he was doing when he brought these players, so he did. Yes, I know it was Japan. She's all now Japan, wasn't China, wasn't bloody Korea, but yes. Do I want my tea? Yes, no, not today. You're all right. No tea today. It's far too bloody warm. But if there's another bottle of water going, I'll have that there. So thank you very much, Mother, for thinking of me. It's very much appreciated. You do still love me, even though I'm not the number one son. But I think on a Sunday I am, you know. So it's great to be number one son at least one day a week. So it is. Right, so we'll do this here for Justin and Claire, who's sitting in their hot tub up in Lagmore. Listen to the show today. Thank you very much. They're looking for Joseph Mary. Great wee tune. Always love playing. Sean McCafferty and Adina Barrett, who put the song together for pretty. So we're mellowing down a bit now with this one, but if any of you have never heard this song before, so it's obviously you've all heard Grace, folks. You've all heard the song Grace. Probably sick of hearing the song Grace, which was why I don't really play it in the show much, because the song was played to death, like so it is. But this song here was written by Dana Barrett, and obviously Sean McCafferty put the music to it. It's called Joseph Mary, and it's sung all about the eyes of Grace. So it is. Obviously, we all know the marriage of Joseph and Grace. So this is Joseph Mary, folks. This song, if you haven't heard it before, just listen to this. Beautiful words. And obviously, the first time I heard it, when Ronan sent it to me, everybody straight away was like, what do I call this song? What do I call this song? And actually, he let me put it on my album, Rebs for Hope. So he did. So it's one of the best songs on the album. So for Justin and Claire, Swans Fusions, this is the Ballad of Joseph Mary on Rebel Sundays.
As you look upon me, you gaze into my eyes. The pain, it moves in slowly, for you've a greater love than I. I'll forgive you for your first love, for Ireland is so deep. And I know for you to save her, you must leave me here. My heart is breaking, Joseph, as I hear the seagulls play. No longer you'll be with me after all of this today. I know I'll never love again, my heart is far too sore. And I know that you'll stay with me until we meet once more. 1,000 times I've pictured our wedding in my head, with all our comrades gathered, but your fate is set instead. These memories of Kilmainham will stay with me now. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows. Our love lies in the future of Ireland bright and free. We took the call together to gain our liberty. But until then, dear Joseph, sleep where the Gramacree. And when I finally join you, we'll have eternity. 1,000 times I've pictured our wedding in my head, with all our comrades gathered, but your fate is set instead. These memories of Kilmainham will stay with me now. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows. This fight for Irish freedom has led us to our vows.
Was down the glen one Easter morn, the city Barrow Night, where armored lights and marching men and squadrons did pass me by. Now why did hum their battle drum, his sound out a slow tattoo. Oh, but the Angelus bell of the Liffey swell rang out on the foggy dew. Right proudly and high over double the town, they hung out their flags of war. What's better to die neath an Irish sky than in Suvla or Sodamar? From the plains of Royal Mead, strong men they came hurrying to, while Britannia's Huns and their long-range guns sailing through the foggy dew. 'Twas Britannia made her wild geese go, that small nations they might be free. Now their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves, and the French of the grey North Sea. On mad they died by Pierce's side, or fought with the Provost too. Now their names we will keep where the Fenians sleep, beneath the shout of the foggy Jew. Up the bravest fell, the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died at Easter time in the springing of that year. While the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men but for you, who bore the fight of freedom's light by shine through the foggy dew. Oh!
Yeah, folks, there's still some tickets left there for the gig in the Rock Bar in December. So we're going to be doing the live gig there. So tickets are only £10, folks. You can buy them from my merchandise site, or that's what you see on the screen there. It's also on the wee scroll down bar here. If you watch it, it's right at the end, so it'll tell you. Or just send me a wee PM if you want to get tickets. They're going rightly. We're not sold out yet, but I'd say by the weekend it's happening, we'll have a full house. So yeah, it's going to be a great night with Clover from County Limerick. Folks coming all the way from Limerick to headline the gig. Plus it's going to be their official launch night for their live CD that they recorded last year at the Big Fans Gathering. I know a lot of people have been saying, look, when's the CD coming out and all, whatever and stuff, and obviously they've been through a bit of issues getting it mastered at the end of the day, but it's almost ready to go. So that their night is going to be the official launch night for the CD. So hopefully see a few of you there at the Rock Bar, folks, and I'll be having plenty more tickets to give away over the next few weeks as well, or the next few months. So don't worry about there. If you haven't got yourself tickets, there's going to be still. Let's see. Joseph McGuy says, just overheating. If you're watching on Firestick, clear your cache on all apps and force them to stop. You're talking about obviously Neil saying about the lagging for some reason. The mother is looking for the boy from Tamlock Duff. Yeah, we can get that done. Hopefully before we're done today. Let's see, so John Boy McElhenney was looking for Martin Herson by the Irish Brigade. I'm going to play not the Irish Brigade version. I'm going to play obviously Martin Herson. It was his anniversary during the week there as well. We're going to play the one here from this year, the Coppa Martyrs CD, folks. Hopefully you can see it there without the camera. This is a great CD. It was written all about all the East Tyrone, obviously volunteers that were killed in active service. So were all of the songs in this here, they're all written and performed by the friends and families of these volunteers. So there's 9 songs in total. Obviously, this CD itself, I was actually selling this on the merchandise site. So cheers to Shane for sending me that. I remember he sent me it up and said, "Have a listen to this." I put it on there, but he was going, Jesus, where's this? Working to buy this CD and stuff. So as far as I know now, the CD is well sold out. But as we're going to do this one now, so it was for John, was looking for this Martin Hurston. Obviously, it was the Martin Hurston Hunger Striker. It was his anniversary during the week there, so it was. So we'll do it now. This is the Val and Martin Hurston, folks, from the Coppa Remembers East Tyrone CDs. Here we go for this.
Among the hills of green Tyrone, an Irish soldier lies. The youthful Martin Herson, who for Ireland country's dignity, he followed Bobby Sands on hunger strike for human rights. Till death he took his stand. Through dreary days in that H-block cage, my thoughts return to you. Though beaten low by savage foe, your memory saw me through. In tortured nights, your prayers brought light to soothe my fears and pain. And though I'm gone, you must fight on till Ireland is free again. Now gaunt and pale in my H-block cell, my heart still burns the flame. In fondest dreams I drilled, it seems, among your hills again. A guiding light to lead the fight, to free my green Tyrone. The voice of truth for Irish youth, to crush the British throne. Farewell, my native green Tyrone, and you, sweet Bernadette, my parents and companions brave, I'm watching over you yet. In Campbell's raised my childhood days, fond memories I recall. And so adieu to the land I love true, a heartless land of oil. And so adieu to the land I love true, a heartless land of oil.
So the ballad of Martin Hirschner, folks, from the Kappa Martyrs East Tyrone Remember CD there. Fantastic album it is. Right, so we're going to, it was for Ray, asked me earlier on, one second, where is it? He's looking for the Little McGranny's Bin. I got it lined up play next before you asked me there. So just a lot of people asking for this song because of during. Obviously, if you've seen this here video went viral during the week there, so it was in I think it was so during the 12th there, the one of the Orange parades was happening. As in Court Avenue, it was so the band from Bangor was walking down, marching in the street, and some balloon, like whatever, I don't want to say balloon, but he was glutton for a bloody to get arrested or whatever he done. So somebody's filming from the window across the road. So he has like a tricolour hanging out his window, and you see him going down. And I think it's one of these sort of shared student houses or whatever it was. So he must live in the apartment upstairs. So he runs down. Do you ever see the wee plastic boxes the council puts out for your bottles and all whatever? So he runs out and takes the lid off it and fires the thing at the Orange band. So they obviously all broke ranks and all and ran over, and your man ran upstairs, and so next thing the bass drummer from the flute band from Bangor lifts the wheelie bin that was in the garden and fires it through the front window of the house that was downstairs, not even your man's house, that threw the bloody bin at them. So they smashed his window, and then they got back in the ranks and all that. But then the funny thing was, there's a video, the cops arrested the wheelie bin. They lifted the wheelie bin and put it in the back of the Land Rover. I don't know if your mum was arrested, but I know they lifted the wheelie bins. There's all these bloody memes going about and all about the wheelie bins getting arrested and getting questioned by the cops and all. Very, very funny. So listen, we'll do this here for Ray anyway. So this is from Blackthorn. So it's a great wee tune that we haven't played in the show for a while as well. So it's good to get requests like this here. So this is Blackthorn with the Little McGranny's Bin, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Rat-tat-tat-tat-tat-tat.
I was climbing into bed, my poor old granny side, I looked out of the window and the army had arrived. The house was soon surrounded, they battered the front door in. I knew they'd come to take away the little me granny's bin, and it was scream, bang, shout, raise an awful din. You've got to spread a warning when the army they come in. She opened up the window and she clambered down a spout. Soon her bin was rattling forth to call the neighbours out. She then took out a whistle and she blew away like hell. And soon we heard the echo was the neighbours blew as well. And it was scream, bang, shout, raise an awful din. You've got to spread a warning when the army they come in. A soldier came right up the stairs, his rifle in his hand. She kicked him with her button boots and along the hall she ran. Then up and stepped another one, some medals for the win. But all he got right up the gob was a little me granny's bin. And it was scream, bang, shout, raise an awful din. You've got to spread a warning when the army they come in. The music rose like thunder as the bins and whistles played. The army soon retreated, they knew they'd overstead. It wasn't made of silver, it was only made of tin. But once again it saved the street, the little me granny's bin. And it was scream, bang, shout, raise an awful din. You've got to spread a warning when the army they come in. Now war has had its weapons since men began to fight, and everyone has different ways to try and show their might. The army has tried everything to cover up its sins, and now the plastic bullets fail, they're trying plastic bins. And it was scream, bang, shout, raise an awful din. You've got to spread a warning when the army they come in. Go home, kind friends, and go to bed, sleep as best you can. But if trouble comes along, get out and lend a hand. To all you fair young ladies, if trouble does begin, get out into your backyard, love, and rattle away at your bin. And it was scream, bang, shout, raise an awful din. You've got to spread a warning when the army they come in. And it was scream, bang, shout, raise an awful din. You've got to spread a warning when the army they come in.
There we go. So the little McGranny's bin there from Blackthorn Face, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Just talking about there. So if anyone didn't see the clip of what happened, so basically the boy through the wee plastic bin at the band marching past, they all went mad. So when the band all ran over, and one of the bass drummer threw the wheelie bin through as busy as his neighbour's window. So he did. So I seen somebody, Marty says, Jimmy Brayson said the band's all chipping in to buy the guy a new window. But this is basically the picture of the cops basically lifting the bin and putting it in the Land Rover for whatever reason. I have no idea. Like whatever. And then this is obviously scenes in Castlereagh afterwards. So it is like. With the bins being questioned. So you couldn't make it up. Like, I don't know, madness, complete nutter nuts, bit of crack. So there's yeah, folks, this is Rebel Sundays. We have another half an hour to go. So we do. And this is definitely barbecue season, because well, after I left last week, obviously I was telling you about my woes of my buddy the swimming pool at the thing busted on us completely last week and ruined the day for the kids. But the new one came during the week, and we got it up yesterday morning, and I must say it is absolutely phenomenal. 3.5 foot deep by 10 foot wide, and the thing is just it's fantastic. I definitely want to be there the day rather than be here, folks. Tell you that in this weather, but we'll hopefully get the use of it over the summer. So we'll let's see, 321 was arrested. Pipe bombs, bin bombs next. They said they thought it was a bomb. I seen it. They thought it was a bomb was getting through at them. I know, crazy. Free the Belfast bin tournament now. Oh, Jesus Christ. Obviously, that's a few of them ones I haven't heard yet. So right, so we'll do this one from my ma. She was looking for the boy from Tam Locked Off. Obviously, a great South Derry song all about Francis Hughes. So Now, she come up there, I was in the middle of deep thought, looking at something on the screen, and 2 bottles of ice cold water in my ears, and just startled me. So that's the problem. See, when I used to have the way the layout of the studio before, when I have facing this way or this way, I could see when anybody walked in through the room, which it didn't sort of scare me. But now, because I'm facing completely against this wall, the bin, the door is behind me, and I can't see. And every time somebody walks in this room, no matter what, it scares the absolute shit out of me. Jumps. So from mother, this one's for her anyway. She's looking for the boy from Tam Macduff on Rebel Sunday. So in the last half hour of the show today, folks. So here we go.
As I walked through the Glen Shane Pass, I heard a young girl moan. The boy from Tamladuff, she cried, is 2 years dead and gone. How my heart is torn apart, this young man to lose. Oh, I'll never see the likes again of my young Francis Hughes. For many years his exploits were a thorn in England's side. The hills and glens became his home, there he used to hide. Once when they surrounded him, he quietly slipped away. Like a fox he went to ground and kept the dogs at bay. Moving round the countryside, he often made the news. But they could never lay their hands on my brave Francis Hughes. Finally they wounded him, then captured him at last. From the countryside he loved, they took him to Belfast. Oh, from Musgrave Park to Crumlin Road, and then to an H-block cell. He went straight on the blanket, then on hunger strike as well. His will to win they could never break, no matter what they tried. He fought them every day he lived, and he fought them as he died. As I walked through the Glen Shane Pass, I heard a young girl moan. The boy from Tamladuff, she cried, is 2 years dead and gone. Oh, my heart is torn apart, this brave man to lose. I'll never see the likes again of my brave Francis Hughes.
That's the boy from Tam Macduff there, folks, for you, from Christy Moore. Fantastic. That's my man, Kate, that one there, who's asked for it. Yeah, folks, any more requests you have, we'll have another 25 minutes to go for you today before I'm out of here. So let me know what you want. Somebody had asked me for a bit of Clover. We're going to play you up the station not long. Another song there from my album, folks. Probably the third one today we've asked for. So it's great to get the tunes out. People are listening to them from. So this is one from Clover's first live album. They recorded in the Hart Bar in Cork. Station in Long, brilliant song. I think it was originally written by Johnny Donegan, this one. So it was, well, it's not written by him, it was he's made the song famous anyway, so he did. So that's where Clover got it from. So obviously their next live album, recorded live in the PD, folks, at last year's Big Fans Gathering, it's going to be out this year. So for the tracks that I have got from it so far, The Foggy Dew and the Lock Ambush have been fantastic, so can't wait to hear the rest of the album, folks. So, yep, there we go. Right, what do we have here? Joseph McGow, the beaches of Donegal are calling today. Actually, I've seen a picture there now of Niall O'Donoghue just put up on. He's standing at some beach in Donegal. Beside some wreckage of a boat, and it looked absolutely phenomenal. So they like, you can't beat the Donegal. You can't beat Donegal for the beaches, right? So I think it was I Love Cats by asked for this one. So he was looking for the Station of Knocklong from Clover, folks. This is Rebel Sundays. So I said about 25 minutes left. So if any more tunes you want, let me know, because if you've asked them at all and I haven't played them, just put them back in the comments, and I'll hopefully pick them up before we go on. Here we go.
Oh, the news has spread through Ireland and spread from shore to shore of deeds as these no living man has ever heard before. From out the guarded carriage men that panic stricken throng, Sean Hogan, he was rescued at the station of Knocklong, when the guard of 4 policemen had the prisoner minded well, as the fateful train sped o'er the rail, conveying him to his cell. The prisoner then could scarce foretell of hearts both brave and strong. They were planning for his rescue at the station of Knocklong. Now the shades of him were falling fast, and the train at last drew in. He was haunted for an hour or so by a few courageous men. They sprung on to the carriage, and it did not take them long. Hands up or die was the rebel cry in the station of Knocklong. Now King George's pampered hirelings, they struggled up with fear, and thought of how they placed themselves full many a volunteer, and face to face with harried men to escape how did they long. But 2 of them met with traitors' death at the station of Knocklong. From Sonnel head to Limerick, such deeds were never seen, and till a tear was ever shed for Wallace of Roskin. They did all England's dirty work, they did not work too long, but the renegade they were numbered at the station of Knocklong. Now rise up, Mother Erin, rise up and be of cheer. You'll never die while at your side there stands such volunteers. From Dingle Bay to Garryowen, the cheers will echo long. Of the rescue of Sean Hogan at the station of Knocklong. Of the rescue of Sean Hogan at the station of Knocklong.
Senator Clover there, folks. Station Knocklong, that's from their album recorded live in the Heart Bar in Cork there. Great album. So it is. You might have seen me laughing there while I was playing. So if any of you are on TikTok or whatever, there's like a new trend going about. It's stupid, like. But basically what you do is, so it's meant to be with 2 people. So you get like a tortilla wrap, you make like wraps with, and you put like, so you fill your mouth like full of water, like So take a big mouthful and then close your... So the thing is, so you're meant to get a wrap, so stand in front of the other person and then slap them in the face with the wrap without trying to spit the water out, right? Whatever on them. And whoever obviously spits the water out first, you spit it on the other person. It's very funny. But seeing all these other videos of people that obviously didn't have tortilla wraps. So I've seen people who were using like a heel of a loaf, whatever, right? But that's very funny one the other day. Somebody was using they didn't have the tortillas, so they were using like bits of ham. So like a packet of ham meat, so they're slicing the face. But Matt Garrett there, who's a councillor here in Belfast, put up he's doing one with his daughter and his missus. It's childish behaviour, but very, very funny indeed if you watch the videos. Like, so yeah, the scores here at the minute. So Limerick are 4 points ahead then, 1 goal, 1 point. Kilkenny 0. But listen, you never rate Kilkenny off. Brian Cody many times has come back and whatever. But yeah, it's great to see Limerick winning so far. So that's all you could say last week there about Derry. So they were obviously winning. Were 5 points ahead at one stage, and it didn't happen. So it didn't. So obviously Galway came back and chinned them. So but hopefully so it's now 1-2 to so it's 3, 4, 5, the 2. Kilkenny 2 points and Limerick 5. There we go. Right, so moving on. Right, so we're going to do a song here now, and that's not Rebel at all. And very, very rarely I play any sort of country music or anything. But shamefully, during the week there, I had like a hard drive and I had it on in the lorry of all basically a lot of country music and all. And I do like myself a bit of Nathan Carter, so I do have to say. So he does a song called South Australia. He does a great version of it. So we'll go to this here for Valerie and Derek, for their daughter Megan is home from Australia, and Dara as well, so they're home this weekend. So we're going to do a song fusions. This is Nathan Carter, South Australia. Now, I'm not sure if this here is the live version or the album version. Hopefully it's the album version. I like this one better, but don't be killing me, folks. It's the thing hasn't went in my head. I'm not playing, going, why is he playing country music in this show? But it's a great track. So for Megan and Dara, who's home from Australia, this one's fusion. This is Nathan Carter with South Australia, folks, on Rebel Sundays, although it isn't Rebel at all. Here we go. Yeah, so it's the album version. Very catchy. Here we go. Woohoo!
In South Australia I was born, heave away, haul away. In South Australia round Cape Horn, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. As I walked out one morning fair, heave away, haul away. Just there I met Miss Nancy Blair, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. I shook her up and I shook her down, heave away, haul away. I shook her round and round the town, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. There ain't but one thing grieves my mind, heave away, haul away. To leave Miss Nancy Blair behind, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. I was on some lonesome strand, heave away, haul away, with a bottle of whiskey in the hand, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia. As we wallop around Cape Horn, heave away, haul away. You wish to God that you never been born, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling king, heave away, haul away, haul away. You'll hear me sing, we're bound for South Australia, bound for South Australia.
There we go. The brilliant Nathan Carter. I ain't getting dog's boost here for this here. There we go. Here's the start of it, right? Let's see. Bloody hell, the heat got to you. The Rebel Country Show, Ray Callahan. That's a good, sensible comment. Bro, like all us truckers, you like a little bit of country. You have to. You can't drive a lorry and not like a bit of country. You know what I mean? Wagon Wheel up next. Not a chance. No. Ray, this is why Patter's calling. Elaine wants Daniel O'Donnell. Well, I would like Pamela Anderson, but it's not going to happen, Marty. So sorry, that's not happening. Daniel O'Donnell. Valerie, thanks, Ro. Not a problem, Mrs. Shea. She says, my dad doesn't listen to country music and he drives trucks. Well, he's not a real trucker, so he isn't. Your dad drives, collects bin, skips. I'm only joking. James, by the way, just wee jokes there. Your dad's a ways man, Shea McCleave acting. Marty, shut you up. You're the king of the culture, so you are. Right, so we'll do something that isn't definitely not culture at all. So we'll have them cut off Facebook in about 20 minutes. I think it's what tend to do a bit of the Irish Brigade. I'll pull this bloody lead out. The humming is doing my head in. So this is from the Irish Brigade's album recorded live at Grace's. Good few years ago now, so it is. This is the Irish Brigade with My Old Man's a Provo, folks, on Rebel Sundays. Down to the last 15 minutes. Here we go. On Jerry.
Next one's the one you'll know. This song had changed the words slightly quite a few years ago. It's called My Old Man. My Old Man's a Provo. Well, my old man's a Provo with a Perry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, his shades and DM boots far cooler than those other dads in ties and churches. Oh, the Brits and police harass me each time when I go out. They ask me if I've seen my dad and if he's been about. I say, mind your own business, just leave me alone. You sure are only jealous, you've no fathers of your own. Well, my old man's a Provo with a Perry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, his shades and DM boots far cooler than those other dads in ties and churches. On our TV the other night, a cop came on to say, give us information about the IRA. He showed a Provo unit on security TV. I know one was me daddy, but he stopped and waved at me. Well, my old man's a Provo with a Perry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, his shades and DM boots far cooler than those other dads in ties and churches. My dad has got me worried, I think he's going soft. There's half a ton of fertilizer stored up in our loft. Are you gonna be a farmer, Dad? I asked him just for fun. He said, don't be an Egypt, pass the coffee grinder, son. Oh, well, my old man's a Provo with a Perry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, his shades and DM boots far cooler than those other dads in ties and churches. At Christmas time it's lonely when Daddy's not at home. The Brits are watching everywhere, they've even tapped our phone. Last Christmas Eve they staked up all our windows and our doors, climbing down the chimney, give a Provo Santa Claus. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to join reflection of IRA. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to join reflection. Well, my old man's a Provo with a Perry and sing it. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, his shades and DM boots far cooler than those other dads in ties and churches. My daddy's up in long case now, to me it's just not right. I'll say a special prayer for him when I go to bed tonight. Today it was his birthday, I sent him in a cake. There was Santax and the candles, he'll be out before I went. Well, my old man's a Provo with a Perry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, his shades and DM boots far cooler than those other dads. One more time, well, my old man's a Provo with a Perry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. into the end books. Far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. Far cooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. My old man.
There we go. So the great Jerry Glack on the ice. We have my old man to Provo. As James says, some proper music. Dave O'Neill, who's only about an hour late, says 95, 96, and he still got it wrong. Sweet. Obviously, looking at the question there for the tickets. So it was 96, 97. So it was, there's nice, 106 to 1 goal and 6 points to 5 points. This looks like a great hurling, all right. Gav Mac says, Santa Ponza on Thursday. Looking forward to catch up with Carl Byrne and the gang in the Southwell. Should maybe try and get him on. Yes, actually been talking about trying to get Carl on for a while now. I never followed up on it. So, yeah, mate, I'll definitely get on to Carl this week and maybe see if he wants to come on. I'm sure he's plenty of time in his hand since he's over there in Santa Ponza. Usually I think he's only working during the night. So, yeah, so maybe hopefully make him on to the show. Celine says, he loves the hurling. Right, so we're going to do a bit of, what we're going to do now, we're going to play a bit of the Rebel Hearts this time now, folks, on Rebel Sundays. So what we're going to do, somebody else asked me to play Sean South, so that there. This is from somebody actually at the very, very start of the show. This is from their album, Our Fight for Freedom. I remember we played this song when we had Potty on the show, and we were obviously talking about the flute. And this song's great whistling, but this is Rebel Hearts, folks, doing the last few tunes of the day on Rebel Sundays. And I say, if you're enjoying the show, you've enjoyed the show, please drop us a wee tip or a donation. Say, folks, it keeps me here, especially on a day like this here, that while you're out in the bar or sitting in the garden enjoying a few pints, I'm in here doing this in this roasting hot room. So any tips or donations, folks, much appreciated. You can see the links here on the screen. There's a link of PayPal, one for Revolut. Just scan your phone over them and it'll bring you straight to the donation page. And also as well, if you want to send me something on a wee bank transfer, if you don't use PayPal or Revolut, just send me a PM to one of the various sites on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, and I'll give you the wee link. So cheers, folks. Right, here we go. This is Sean South from the Rebel Hearts, folks, on Rebel Sundays. No, that was the Irish begin there with my old man to Provo. That's your work now. Here we go. There we go. It's just working now.
Saturday homes round Gary Young since they lost their giant pride, and the banshee cry brings every veil all along that Shannon side. The city of the ancient walls, unbroken treaty stone, undying fame surrounds your name, Sean South from Gary Young. 'Twas on a dreary New Year's Eve when the shades of night came down. A lorry load of volunteers approached the border town. There were men from Dublin and from Cork, Fermanagh and Tyrone, and their leader was a Limerick man, Sean South from Garryowen. And as they marched along the streets up to the barracks door, well, they scorned the danger they might face, and their fate that lay in store. They were fighting for old Ireland to claim their very own, and the foremost of that gallant band was South from Garryowen. Well, the sergeant, he spied their daring plan. Well, he spied them through the door. with their stand guns and their rifles, a hail of dead roar. And when that awful night was past, 2 men lay as cold as stone. There was one from near the border and one from Garryowen. Well, no more he will hear the seagulls cry or the morning shanty. For he fell beneath that northern sky, Rival Hanlon was by his side. He has gone to join that gallant band of Donegal, Pearse and Town. Martyr for old Ireland, just south from Garryowen. Another martyr for old Ireland, just south from Garryowen.
On the Tipperary lads they're just in a Rebel Hearts, folks, with Sean South of Garryowen on Rebel Sundays. As we're doing the last, what time is it? We're going to play one more song, that's us, and then we'll finish up as usual with Around the Vein. So, folks, thanks very much to all of you for tuning in today. It's been a great show, so it has. Thanks to you all who have dropped me a tip or donation. Still time, folks. Well, Rocker says, reminds me of the melody of Ronnie McCoyley. Well, that is exactly what the melody goes to. It goes to the era of Ronnie McCoyley. There you go. Steve says, class show again, no cheers. Thanks, mate, very much. Let's see. Shea. You know, she says, yep, we're off the Lands Rally in less than 2 weeks, and Dad's taking me to the Bar 67 for some real rebels. Yeah, well, you're going to see there, obviously, I don't know if Gary is still going to be. I think Gary might be in Santa Pons playing, Gary Campbell. But it's a great bar. They have rebel music on every week. And I've seen with the Celtic game starting as well. They'll have some great singers on. So yeah, I think that's the place where my and Dad visit as well when they're over. They've seen Joey Bracken. I think he's on most weeks as well over there. So yep, you'll have some great rebels on there in Lanzarote in Bar 67. She will. Celine said Lanzarote is a great place. Let's see, Ray Callahan says, Celine, Bar 67 or the Old Triangle and Matagorda, great Celtic bars run by the same family. Oh, there we go. Right. What's the score now? 111-9. No, so it's still 4 points ahead, is it? Right, so who was asked for this one here? I think it was Ray. Says he was looking for the Streets of Gibraltar or the Baldwin Rail file for Karen, who sunned herself in the back garden. Well, fair play to you, Karen. Right, so we'll finish up the show this one today with the Streets of Gibraltar. We're going to do the version from Misa Era. We Mickey, it's his new band, nice and see part of company with the Irish Brigade. Obviously this song was written by Mickey's wife, Maura. So it was great version. This one is from their CD that's on actually Spotify at the minute. So last song of the day, folks, especially for Ray and his Mrs. Karen, who's laying at the back, sunning herself well. Lundy is fair play. Cheers to you all, folks. Thank you very much. So we're going to finish up after this here with Around the Vein, as we always do. So thank you. Yeah, Joey is on after every Celtic game, Bar 67. 9-14 now. No secrets, Shea. Linda O'Hare. Hi, Ro. Thank you very much. Cheers, Linda, for tuning in today. James McMullen, great show today. Anthony Murphy as well. Cheers, Ro from Bantle and Scarborough. Great show. Thank you very much again. And thanks to Shea Doolin for coming on today. Great interview. Great lad he is. So that's us. Right, folks, you're going to finish up here as normal. This is the last song of the day. Then we're going to play Around the Vein. So this is for Ray and Karen. This is the Streets of Gibraltar on Rebel Sundays, folks. And thank you very much. I'll be back next Sunday at 1 o'clock.
They flew out of Belfast with an ambitious plan to continue the struggle to free Ireland. Mairead Farrell, Sean Savage and Daniel McCann, but they died on the streets of Gibraltar. In a night I'd been watching that followed each one. They knew they weren't armed, that none had a gun. We'll give them no warning or no chance to run. For 3 must die on Gibraltar, and sad are 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, hidden Brits through their guns, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar. The SAS stood there, so proud of their deed. 3 more freedom fighters lay dead in the street, like the 8 local martyrs in ambush did meet. But our 3 far away in Gibraltar, and sad our 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, hidden Brits through their guns, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar. Buried while in prison, we watched you with pride. Due to all you believed in, and for this you died. With 2 fine volunteers, Dan and Sean at your side. A part of us died in Gibraltar, and sad our 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, hidden Brits through their guns, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar. It happens each time that a volunteer dies. They screen up the truth with a cover of lies, but we know what happened, although it's denied. They planned the 3 deaths on Gibraltar, and sad our 3 homes in Belfast now. All Ireland shares their sorrow as they walked in the sun, hidden Brits through their guns, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar, and their blood stained the streets of Gibraltar.
sin sér pasta ní agpar pan tír an nachtan an got maíon sa bar no hell ne gan cell an boss no sil le gan scrape ní labag na bíle Charlotte Cannon around Navin. Thanks very much, good night, God bless you all. Chucky Allah, we'll be back in here on Sunday night. See you then, cheers.
You've been listening to Rebel podcast of Rory Carson. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel podcast. Bhí sé bhgéisteach an sin leis an fád cruúlaí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le Shea agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siú efigil sugin ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach ceiniúil ardan ar na main thuisiilta. Ní mór dit ach fád cruúlaí Rebel a chuirda.